Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Let me up this a little bit. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to the random show. 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 How you doing? How you feeling, ladies and gentlemen? How you doing? How you feeling, ladies and gentlemen? How you doing? How you feeling? Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. Hope you're all doing well, wherever you may be. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Big up the stream chat. Big up the stream chat. What's going on, people? What's going on, people? How are you guys? Actually, no, I just switched around. How are you guys doing? How you guys doing? Welcome back. Actually, you know what? I hope you're doing well wherever you may be. I hope you are doing well wherever you may be. I hope you are all doing well. What's happening? What's crack-a-lacking? What's happening? Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. We're back once again with the random show. We're back once again with the random show. Today we're going to be mostly covering a new American Redact. A new American Redact video just dropped. Actually, I need to get up on a screen. Bear me a minute here. A new American Redact video just dropped. We're going to be reacting to that one. That should be a good one to check out. That should be a good one to check out. So big up my guy, American Redact. But yeah, happy to be here with you guys again. Once more. Day number 24 now. Day number 24. Day number 24 of 31. Hope you're doing well wherever you may be. Let me know in the stream chat what you're saying and stuff. Let's flip and go in it. Let's not waste any time. Let's not waste any time. Let's get right on into it. Let's just get right on into it. First thing I want to talk about. First thing I want to get on about. First thing I want to talk about. Bear me a second as I get this up because for some reason my screen was all over the place. Bish bash bosh. First thing I want to talk about is this. First thing I want to talk about is this. Why isn't it showing me that? Oh shit, that's why. Bear with me a second. What's happening here? Device not connected or not available. Why is that? Okay, cancel. Bear with me one sec here. I didn't get this loaded up properly in the right time because I'm an idiot. Let me quickly do this way. Actually, let me switch this around. Bear me 1 second. I'm a fucking fool. Big up the stream chat. Big up the stream chat. Big up the stream chat. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? What am I doing? Okay, that's it. Let me just switch it back quickly. Let me just quickly switch it back. Hopefully this works how I want it to work. Bear me 1 second here, people. Bear with me 1 second. I'll just get this to work how it needs to work. I need to just flip the screens back around. Because I've got the monitor all over the place. So big up the stream chat, big up everybody in the stream chat. I appreciate you, I appreciate you, I appreciate you, I appreciate you. Yo, big up, who's this? Big up Teju, I see you. Big up Boba Fett, I see you. Big up Mr. Studio Girl, I see you. RR Skins, I see you. JC, I see you. Boo Dizzy, I see you. Boo Dizzy, I see you. Jordan Ray, I see you. Abe Martinez, I see you. Big up everybody, big up everybody, big up everybody, big up everybody, big up everybody. Let's quickly get onto this. Bear me 1 second here. Just loaded. It's loaded. Yeah, cool. It's loaded. Alright, cool. It's loaded now. It's working well. Okay, this should be how I need it to be. This should be how I need it to be. Now, bear me 1 second. Fuck. I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place. Alright, cool. There we go. Pop out the chat and then boom, we're ready to go now. Okay, there we go here. Bear with me 1 second if you don't mind. Whoosh. Okay, cool. Where's OBS? There we go. Alright, cool. There we go. Now we're ready to go. Now we're ready to stream. Okie dokie. So, first things first. 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 Hopefully you can hear and see me properly, right? Number one thing to talk about. Number one thing to talk about, right? Why is it doing this, bro? Add source. Display capture. Why is it not showing me the fucking display? I have no idea why I can't see the screen here. Did something change? Did I change the settings or something? Bear me a sec here. I fucked something up, I think. Display, audio, image, capture. Where the fuck is display audio? Fuck. Alright, shall I remove this? Hold on 1 second. Why is it not showing me this? Bear me 1 second here, people. Bear me 1 second. Where the fuck is my screen? Add source projector. Okay. That's not it. Hold on 1 sec. Add source. Image. Okay, cool. I'm have to do something on it. I have to remove this and add it again or something. Bear with me a sec. Remove. Capture card. Audio L screen. Display capture. Cool. Okay, there we go. It should be working now. Okay, cool. There we go. There we go. Let's put the screening back. Transform, fit to screen. Okay, cool. There we go. There we go. Finally. Apologies for that, people. Apologies. For some reason, my fucking settings are all over the place. Let's get this down below. Oh shit. Sorry. Apologies. My settings went all over the place. Okay, cool. Let's do transform. Let's just do stretch the screen. Oh, it's not really good, is it? Hold on, transform fit to screen, right? Fit to screen. Let's make it bigger. And then let's take off the tab so you don't have to see that. And then let's move it up a bit. Okay, cool. That should be okay now, right? Okay, there we go. There we have it. Fucking hell. Sorry about that. So, let's go. Now we're ready to rock. What do you guys think about this clip? Am I too horny? Or does this look like a bit of a weird embrace between Erica Kirk, right? The wife of Charlie Kirk, who was assassinated recently. What do you think about this embrace as Trump is on stage giving his speech? I think it's before, I'm not too sure, a Turning Points USA memorial for Charlie Kirk. What do you think about this embrace? Am I being too horny, or is this completely normal? Please let me know in the stream chat. Please let me know. Am I odd in thinking that I get the feeling she wants to fuck him or something? Or am I too horny? I don't even feel like he's even putting that energy out there, but I feel like she's being a little bit like, I understand she's in mourning, I get all that shit, but just look at this video alone. Does this not feel a little bit, there's a moment in it, but maybe I think as well, I'm looking at Trump more. Maybe Trump is a little bit like, he's the one that's being a bit weird, isn't it? Because Trump is the one that, he doesn't look like he's that used to like physical affection and shit. He's kind of struggling to kind of like, he's like, oh, what's she leaving? I mean, he gets a bit freaked out one bit. I don't know if I'm overanalyzing it, but I swear this feels a bit weird, isn't it? I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. And it's a bit weird as well because he hasn't shown. Maybe everyone deals with stuff differently, but he hasn't really shown that he's that really tore up about it, right? You see from the wife, she's obviously in a lot of pain. Trump hasn't really shown much emotion regarding the whole thing. He's kind of acted. I don't know. You know, it's interesting the way he describes her, like she's his best friend, or that Charlie Kirk was his best friend. He doesn't really act like it, does he? That little rant he did, or that little answer that he gave when he was out on the White House lawn, and he started going on a little tangent about the building works. It's like, ooh, a bit weird, isn't it? A little bit weird. But yeah, maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's just completely innocent. She's going through a tough time. She needs consoling, right? Maybe that's what's going on here. And he's an older father figure type of thing going on there. He's also somebody that I'm sure her and her husband looked up to a lot. You know, I think Kirk, you know, it's said that he played a big role in kind of, you know, bringing a lot of young kids to the Republican Party. So I can definitely see that this, you know, maybe, and also what I'm also mistaken, or what I'm also not considering, maybe they are quite friendly anyway. That's what I'm probably not familiar with, you know, because we haven't seen them, or because I don't pay attention to news that much. We don't see them out and about, but maybe they've met each other behind the scenes, they've met each other away from cameras, and they're way more familiar with each other than I would think. But if these are one of the first few times that they've met, I don't know. But to be fair, it was a very good turnout though for the memorial for him though. I guess that would give them some form of comfort, right? There's a lot of people that turned out to the memorial. A lot of people. I think they filled up that wherever that stadium or arena was, they filled it up entirely. So big up them for that. But this speech, bro, fucking hell, like. I kind of get it, right? I kind of get it. In this speech, Trump basically says that, you know, he hates his enemies, although Charlie Kirk didn't hate. You know, I think he makes a point to say Charlie Kirk didn't hate his enemies. I hate mine, but I need to take. I think it makes it seem like he maybe wants to take on what Charlie Kirk did and like be a bit more forgiving to his enemies or something. But either way, it doesn't sound like he's trying to quote unquote turn the temperature down. That's for sure.
Truly was. He was a missionary with a noble spirit and a great, great purpose. He did not hate his opponents. He wanted the best for them. That's where I disagreed with Charlie. I hate my opponent, and I don't want the best for them. I'm sorry. I am sorry, Erica. But now Erica can talk to me and the whole group, and maybe they can convince me that that's not right, but I can't stand my opponent. Charlie's angry. Looking down, he's angry at me now. He wasn't interested in demonizing anyone. He was interested in persuading everyone to the ideas and principles he believed were good, right, and true.
It's a bit mad, isn't it? It's a bit mad for your leader of your country to say this. I understand, you know, he's obviously got a lot of personal vested interest in this because, you know, people have tried to assassinate him, I think twice now, right? He literally had a close call. So I could definitely understand why he is a little bit more amped up, a little bit more dialed up. But God Almighty, bro, better not. Just don't. If you think this, just don't say it, innit? You don't want to say this aloud. Really don't want to say this aloud. But then on the other side of things, I think to myself, it's gone this far, innit? It's gone this far because motherfuckers have been playing tete-a-tete, right? It's been a fucking tennis match back and forth, right? Ever since maybe, I don't know, probably George Bush, I think, when it all kind of started. It's like ramping up of like, okay, really angry, spiteful, red against blue sort of shit in America. I'm going to say Trump. I'm going to say Bush was the time when I've kind of noticed it, when there was a lot of demonization on either side of either party, right? I think for me, the Bush regime, you guys probably know way more about politics, can educate me, but I think it's been ramping up. It's been, you know, every successive president, it's been ramping up and up and up and up and up. So really and truly, it does feel a little bit disingenuous when people are like, oh, why don't the Republicans turn down the temperature? It's too late, man. No, you just have to let it play out. It's too late. It really is too late. It would be better for everybody, the world, if Trump was able to kind of like, you know, be a cool head amongst a room full of people going crazy and kind of bring some civility, some order, some, you know, whatever. But he's not that guy. He's never been that guy. To expect that is a bit silly. And in truth as well, you know, although they have done a lot of things that you could say are self-inflicting, you'd imagine the people on the right have a lot of reason to be pissed off, have a lot of reason to be very vindictive, right? Have a lot of reason to be angry, have a lot of reason to want revenge. You can understand why, because they had to put up with a lot. Like, you think back to COVID, you know what I mean? You think back to that COVID era, people were literally getting fired from their jobs during the COVID era for questioning the CDC on their Facebook statuses. Imagine that. You know what I mean? That was when things got a little bit too crazy. You're questioning the CDC, you're questioning the experts, you're just questioning stuff. You know, you're offering up a little, you know, your alternative views, perspective, and whatever, antidotes, even cures, whatever. And you were getting fired from your jobs. I remember there was that thing with the firefighters over there in America, where I think if you're a firefighter, you have to get a vaccine. If you don't, you get fired. A bunch of them got fired and lost their jobs, you know, losing your pension. It got a bit nuts. So I can understand why those people are now deciding to, you know, let's have some revenge, counterculture shit. Let's go after them. And unfortunately, you just have to let it play out. It's probably going to lead to a lot more pain and suffering, but it's too late now to turn back. It really is too late. It is what it is. It's kind of sad to see, really, because essentially this man died for nothing. Well, no, I won't say died for nothing. He died for something, at least, right? Now the temperature is really going to be ratcheted up, you know? But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of wild, man. It's kind of wild where we're at right now. It's kind of wild. This guy, like, I don't think I've ever heard a politician say they hate their opponents. I'm not gonna lie. Have you guys in the stream chat? Let me know if you have. Let alone a president or a prime minister. I've never heard of one say openly, I hate my opponents. Never. Like, this is unprecedented. This is kind of crazy, man. But Trump is always like, you know, he's always one to break records, always one to do, you know, to shake things up a little bit, be a little bit new, be a little bit interesting. So I guess we'll have to wait and see how this plays out. But this doesn't feel or look that great, does it? It doesn't feel or look that great, that's for sure. But, you know, America's had to put up with far worse. So I'm sure you guys will handle it and figure it out at some point. Then there was a speech by Erica Kirk where she gave a touching speech, you know, paying tribute to her late husband. So let's play this.
Wanted to save young men just like the one who took his life. That young man. On the cross, our Savior said, Father, forgive them, for they not know what they do. That man, that young man, I forgive him.
Not gonna lie, she's a better woman than I am. She's a better woman than I am, bro. She's a fucking better woman than I am. I don't think I could ever forgive someone doing that. That's fucking crazy. Fair play to her, man. Fair play to her. Fair fucking play to her. I don't think I could do that. I really, really don't think I could do that, to be honest, you know? She's a fucking better woman than me, I'll tell you that. I'm a good woman, but she's a better woman. That's for sure, because God almighty. Imagine seeing your husband die the way that Charlie Kirk died, and you're out here forgiving them. Wild shit, man. Wild, wild shit. I don't think it'll do anything for his case. They're still going to probably seek the death penalty and try and make sure that that gets enacted and stuff, right? I don't think it's going to do anything for him, but still, god damn, man. God damn. She forgives the assassin, of her husband. And then you got here Elon Musk. Elon Musk had a comment. Elon Musk was there, by the way. Him and Elon and Trump reunited at Charlie Kirk's funeral. I think Elon put up a post saying, "Oh, it's for Charlie," which is weird, by the way, because of what he accused him of. But essentially, they're back on good terms. Elon couldn't stay away, so here is Elon telling us why it happened, or why the assassination happened. I'm assuming, right? I think that's what he means.
Why was he killed?
He was killed because his words made a difference. Because he was showing people the light, and he was killed by the dark.
Thank you, sir.
He thinks he's in a movie or something. He was the light. He was killed by the dark. I don't know about him being the light, though. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know about Charlie Kirk being the light. I'm not too sure. About that one, but I get the sentiment. I get what he's trying to say, but I wouldn't go as far as saying Charlie Kirk was the light. I don't know. I think we all have a bit of darkness in us. Let's just say that. Let's just be fair and say I think we all have some darkness in us. But I could be wrong. Here's a clip of Hassan really panicking. Hassan Abbey seems like he's panicking a bit. I feel like if you're one of these streamers, right, these left-leaning streamers, these far left streamers, let's say, who've been openly calling for violence on Republicans and conservatives, and you've been very combative, like a Destiny type, right? Remember Destiny? You were saying he was speaking some mad shit about firefighters dying, not giving a fuck, this, that, soak the street with blood of conservative, like all that crazy shit, right? That was okay because, in media or in entertainment, for whatever reason, if you said some crazy shit about people who are on the right, you wouldn't get banned. If it happened the other way around, then you'd get banned. So now that the tides are changing, right? You can feel the tides changing around the world. I feel like the tides are changing, and it obviously with the cancelling of Jimmy Kimmel's show, although he didn't say nothing too crazy about Trump, that was obviously a sign that we've kind of moved past that era of like the left having control of the cancel culture. Now the right has control of it, and they're using it. You know what I mean? They're using it. I feel like if you're Destiny or Hassan Piker, you should make adjustments now. If I'm those guys, make adjustments now. Start making plans. Start going to other platforms. Maybe start up a Kick or something. Open up a Patreon. Because I feel like it's only a matter of time before Hassan gets banned off Twitch. It's only a matter of time before, whatever. I think Destiny's had his monetization paused. I don't think it's completely demonetized, but I think Destiny's monetization has been paused. And I'm assuming Hassan Piker is probably going to be on the way too. So if I was those guys, I would make my adjustments and moves now, because it feels like they are coming. They are coming for you.
And then he just will add on, Charlie loved it when I did this stuff over and over again.
Influencers and others in our society who greeted his assassination with sick approval, excuses, or even jubilation. You've heard that. So have I. Couldn't believe it.
He's coming
Some of
after
the very
influencers.
same people who spent the last 8 years trying to sit in moral judgment of anyone who disagreed with them about politics suddenly started cheering for a murder. Incredible. You know the names. They're major losers, by the way. That will be proven out in a short period of time. Some of the very people who call you a hater for using the wrong pronoun were filled with glee at the killing of a father with 2 beautiful young children. And the same commentators who this week are screaming fascism over a canceled late-night TV show where the anchor had no talent and no ratings. Last week we're implying that Charlie Kirk deserved what happened to him. No side in American politics has a monopoly on disturbed or misguided people.
God.
But there's one part of our political community which believes they have a monopoly on truth, goodness, and virtue, and concludes they have also a monopoly on power, thought, and speech.
I love Donald Trump, Mr. President. I love you so much.
That's not happening anymore. We've turned that corner very quickly. Tragically, atrocities of this kind, and kind that we saw in Utah, of all places, are the eventual consequence of that kind of thinking. If speech is violence, then some are bound to conclude that violence is justified.
So I guess he's mocking, taking a piss, but I think he's actually genuinely scared, and I would be too. If I was those guys, I would be too, because they've been getting away with murder, for lack of a better term, for ages. And now it feels like, you know, the right have got the ball, they've got the cancer ball, and they are ready to fucking wield it. Or the cancer bat. Yeah, big up the band Cancer Bat. I don't know if they're still around anymore, but big up Cancer Bat. Crazy situation, man. Absolutely crazy situation playing out. But I feel like most of them should be able to tell the tides are turning. The tides are turning. And it's not looking good for those guys. It's not looking good for those guys at all. But I think some of them, especially Hassan, they've been quite critical of like kicking it and its partners and its like stake element and the gambling stuff and the fact that they've got people on there that they don't politically agree with. Is going to be a real humbler when Hassan has to start streaming on Kick because he's got another option, or when fucking Destiny has to go on Kick. You know what I mean? It's going to be a real fucking humbler because they've been talking mad shit about those platforms, saying how they're better than that, they won't go there, but then when eventually, because I'm assuming after Dan Clancy, the CEO of Twitch, does that house of whatever Q&A thing he's meant to be doing, not Q&A, well, you know, interview, whatever, but he's meant to be doing, that he got invited to, or that he's been summoned to, I'm assuming they're going to put pressure on him to ban someone like Hassan. Because people have been asking for Hassan to be banned for time, you know what I mean? So let's see what happens. I'm really curious to see what happens. But I could be wrong. Let's go on. We've got a picture here of Elon and Donald Trump. Elon's caption for it says "for Charlie," and they're both sitting there at Charlie Kirk's memorial. And yeah, man, strange one, isn't it? It's a strange one. It's a strange one, but it's not that surprising. It's a strange one because of what Elon said about Trump, right? He basically called him out to be a pedo, right? He basically called him out to be to have been on that fucking Epstein list, and now all of a sudden they're friends again. Feels a bit weird, doesn't it? Like, how can you be friends with somebody that you said is a pedo? I had to cut off my nose here. You know? How does that make sense? How can you be friends with somebody that you accused of being a pedo, accused of being a human trafficker, accused of being an abuser, all this stuff? Or not accused, I guess he implied that he could be all those things, be connecting him to Epstein when they had that falling out. But I guess now we know that falling out they had wasn't really a real falling out, you know? It wasn't a falling out based on him having a problem. It wasn't a falling out based on Elon having a problem with Trump maybe being on the Epstein list. It was just a personal falling out, and Elon was just throwing any mud that he could at Trump, you know, because he was mad, you know? That was it, basically. But I don't think Elon has any deep, you know, resentment or whatever towards Trump. I don't think he really gives a fuck about if Trump is on the Epstein list or not. He was just pissed off that he was getting pushed out, you know? He was getting pushed out. He wasn't in the inner circle anymore. He didn't have influence, blah, 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 blah. That's what he got pissed off about. It also shows you the dizzying power of fucking politics. I don't think Elon does this to anybody else, you know. I think most of Elon's beefs and duels he's had over the years, when he falls out with you, he falls out with you. So this is interesting. This kind of goes to show you the, you know, how influential, how dizzying the power is when it comes to politics and the influence that you have there. That Elon wants to be sitting next to Trump again. He wants to be in his council again, you know. It doesn't, it's different. It's fucking different. It's fucking different. Big up Trump one. Destiny monetization isn't paused. It's demonetized proper. He's going to try to appeal in 3 months, but it's not official. I don't know about the language on your end, but I did see a screenshot because I've been demonetized myself, and I'm pretty sure when you get, I don't know if it's demonetized. Maybe it's a term. Maybe the terminology is different then. Maybe the terminology on the user side of things, on the viewer, it says pause, but when you get demonetized like I was in the past, it would tell you you've been demonetized and it wouldn't say it's been paused, you know. If I could search I can't bother doing it now, but I could search my Gmail, I could probably find the original email. It just tells you you're demonetized. It doesn't say you're going to be paused. It says you can appeal it later, but it doesn't say you can be paused. So that email or that screenshot somebody took and they shared on the Reddit, on the Destiny Reddit, that looked like someone said it had been paused, which means that you can come back on at some point. Like, you know, they're going to give you like they're going to tell you to sit down for like 2 months or something. But I don't know if that's true, but if it is, then whatever. But I do know Destiny did like a good troll the other day, actually, didn't he? He did a good troll where he kind of shared a screenshot of him getting banned off of Twitch ages ago, and people kept thinking it was recently and dunking on him, acting like it was a win when obviously he was trolling. So I don't know, but I guess the one on YouTube was real because it was a user fan who kind of took that screenshot and uploaded it onto the Reddit. So that one's probably legit. But yeah, man, what can you do? Kick's going to be top dog. Big up Mr. Steel Go. Exactly. Trump, what's that? Trump makes me want to dust off my claymore and go old-fashioned crusade. Is fucking hilarious. And big up Jordan Ray. Trump funnier than Kimmel, to be honest. Yeah, but a lot of people are funnier than Kimmel, to be fair. It's not that hard to be funnier than Kimmel. Let's be fair. Trump teases he has an answer to autism. What do you guys think about this? Trump teases that he has an answer to curing autism.
And you know what MAHA is? That's right. Make America healthy again. And tomorrow we're going to have one of the biggest announcement, really medically, I think, in the history of our country. We're going to be doing it with Bobby and Oz and all of the professionals. I think you're going to find it to be amazing. I think we found an answer to autism. How about that? Autism. Tomorrow we're going to be talking in the Oval Office in the White House about autism, how it happens, so we won't let it happen anymore, and how to get at least somewhat better when you have it, so that parents can help their child, their beautiful child. That's a big one. I've been bugging everybody over there, get the answer to that.
Autism. He's hilarious. Autism. But yeah, I don't know what he thinks he's gonna do. Is there a drug for it? Is there a pill? Is it an injection? Is it something to do with Elon and the fucking chips in the Neuralink? I don't know. I don't know what he's getting at, what he's hinting at, but it does sound like some sort of a medical advancement, right? They found something. They found maybe a method to cure something. And I love how you mentioned we're gonna find that it's like we know how it's caused or something like that. I wonder if they're gonna say it's like, you know, they're gonna mention something left leaning, like too much pop music, too much Lady Gaga, no more Lady Gaga causes autism, you know. I wonder what they're gonna say. I wonder if they're gonna use it as an excuse to be like, you know, RuPaul Drag Race RuPaul, Autism. The links are clear. I don't know. But let's see, man. Who knows? He might reveal something. He might reveal something crazy. He might reveal something crazy next week, I guess. So I guess we have to wait and see. I guess during this week anyway. I guess we have to wait and see what he means by that. We'll have to wait and see what he means by that. People in the stream chat, right? While I go on for this guy, I forgot his name again. Is it Ray? What's his fucking name? No, that's his name there. Kurt, sorry, that's his name, Kurt. My bad. Big up Kurt, right? Do you guys know who this guy is? I will check out his video. I think I got hip to him because a video of him in Rio de Janeiro went viral. He was in Rio, kissing a bunch of girls, running around town, drinking, having fun and shit. He made it look lit. But recently, he started to do this weird thing now where he goes to different parts of Europe and he goes to like the ghettos, right? The really rough bits. And he starts filming people on the street, like immigrants, illegal immigrants, probably minorities, you know, people that are drug addicts and shit, whoever lives in rough areas, right? And then he titles it like this: avoid this area in Brussels, or like this Paris has fallen, like. And essentially he's giving you the allure, or he's giving you the impression that these countries have been overrun with immigrants. That's why these countries are failing, like all these illegal immigrations. But he's purposely going to areas that are really fucked up and then pointing the camera at these people who are already down bad, doing whatever they're doing. Maybe it's bad, maybe it's not bad, but it's, you know, they don't really vibe with that sort of shit. And it's almost like he's antagonizing them and then making it seem like this speaks for the entire country. This speaks for an entire group of people. It's fucking odd. I don't know why he made that pivot. No, I know why, because it probably pays a lot more. But it's really sad because I used to really enjoy his content because he just does really good travel vlogs, you know. But now he's turned into this, like, I don't know, proper, like, anti-immigration propaganda thing. I don't know what's going on here. It's weird. Let me play the video for you.
Yeah, this is a dodgy area.
This is a dodgy area?
In 1 week there will be 4 or 5 gunfights in this area.
Over here?
Yes.
Hello, hello. Where are you guys from? As you can see, there's lots of dodgy people around.
I'm from Belgium.
Belgium?
Yes. And you?
I'm from Germany.
Oh. Yes, I don't know what it is.
Okay, well then try and talk to me.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't have to ask your permission.
Just don't stay to have a big go. Get out of here, these people.
Yeah. Barber stores, barber shops, kebab shops, everything but Belgian waffles.
There's no Belgian nor French cuisine here. No.
Just groups of men hanging out on the streets, loitering.
Loitering, yeah. Favorite sport.
Loitering. It's just a bunch of guys sitting on benches, chilling, having a drink. He's calling it loitering. Everything's malicious. He just sees people that are not white standing around and automatically they're criminals. Automatically they're criminals. Okay.
Yeah.
So they just...
It's cozy right now, man. Sometimes in Anderlecht, your average day of loitering.
Is this just everyday stuff?
Yeah, this is a very calm day.
This is a calm day. This is the end objective. Make Brussels like Molenbeek by the year 2030. Their agenda. What is your agenda?
I'm a mechanic.
And you?
Me? I am security.
So yeah, man. I don't know what's going on here. It's really unfortunate, to be fair, because, you know, he was a good content creator before, but I guess he's been co-opted. He's been indoctrinated somewhat, I guess, maybe hypnotized by the money he's probably making from these videos where he's trying to make it seem like the entirety of Belgium's been overrun by illegal immigrants, when really he's going to really poverty-stricken, you know, places where people that don't have much are just trying to figure shit out, and he's pointing the camera in their faces, and those type of people probably don't like being cameras and pointing in their faces, just in general. And he's making it seem like they're aggressive or whatever. It's just strange. It's a strange thing. And even that thing that said, yeah, this is a bad area, right? Saying that out loud, like hoping somebody hears you so they can do something, and then you can record on the video and then say, oh, look, it's so illegal immigrant goes crazy and attacks me. It's like, brother, please, man, don't be a fucking dickhead. But I guess we're here now, innit? I guess we're here now. We'll just see how it plays out. I'm anticipating more people coming up doing this sort of stuff because it's clearly working. It got me interested to watch it. So I'm sure people are going to see the numbers of these type of videos and they're going to start doing more of them. So I believe so. I believe we're going to see way more, and most likely we're going to see some violence, you know, and then they're going to blame the violence on the illegal immigrants, and then boom, you know, another new war. Another new war has started. Borders closed, gates, you know, gates built, walls extended in height and shit, or heightened and stuff. I'm sure it's gonna happen. I'm sure it's gonna happen. It's so obvious already. It's so obvious. Cool. We done all that. Let's now move on to the American Redact. Let's get on to the main part of the show. American Redact. Idiot podcasters just keep getting worse. Big up Bloodcut American Redact. Let's see what he's saying right now.
And the way you deal with that, man, is as people who believe in America and tradition, you basically segregate them out of society. That's what I would do.
Fire 'em.
You don't get a job anywhere, mother.
Jesus Christ.
I'm no longer interested in talking to these fucking people with their septums pierced in their purple hair.
No, I think this has gone from left and right and good versus evil.
I would agree. I really agree. It's good versus evil, but we have to hold ourselves to the highest standard.
But it's good versus evil.
The
also,
social
Barack was on
media.
the left. The left aren't going to shoot their own, and the right don't shoot. So of course, no one's going for Barack.
I mean, they both shoot, but yeah, you know,
Not true.
no, that's not true. But everybody shoots.
All right, so it looks like the meathead podcasters in the Rogan sphere are actually getting worse somehow, because it seems that they're now exploiting the horrific assassination of Charlie Kirk to grift even harder than before. I guess desperate times really do call for desperate measures after all. Like, this is really
I won't even call it grifting. They're just trying to, like, I won't say it's in the grift. They're just maybe trying to make it clear where their political allegiances lay. Maybe that's a form of grifting. I don't know. I don't know if I'm calling it straight up grifting. I don't know. Either way, it's fucking dumb as fuck.
the only option Brendan and Brian have left. Their view count has never been lower than it is now, and both of their reputations are truly in the gutter. So now they're faced with no other option than to pander to the dumbest category of people in America. Because, as you just saw, they're repeating talking points that most reasonable people on Earth would consider extreme, like using segregation on American citizens and saying that anyone and everyone who opposes their political views is now evil. And the worst part about it all is that they're trying to take the moral high ground.
Exactly.
The man accused of R-wording multiple women, who's allegedly on record saying women have a primal desire to be R-worded, and the double-digit IQ bully, alleged fraud artist, and compulsive liar want you to believe that they're the ones above this whole thing.
Exactly. That's the thing. Like, there are certain people who can take an opportunity, who should take advantage of the opportunity they have at the moment to like get some points and point scoring shit, and moral grandstanding stuff. They have the right to do so. But these motherfuckers are, number one, not intelligent enough to do it, and number two, have enough skeletons in their closet. They are in no place to be pointing fingers at others, calling people evil, making it seem like they're the ones that are good. It's like, God almighty, have a look in the mirror, lads. Please have a look in the mirror. We're not, none of us are perfect out here, but these motherfuckers, for some reason, they walk around acting like they are, despite there being a very long and extensive documented list of transgressions and things that they've been accused of, most of which that haven't been fucking denied, most of which haven't been explained, most of which make them look fucking terrible. But here they are acting like they're fucking morally superior or something. It's like, brother, please relax.
And that you should listen to them. They're acting as if they're not the scum of the earth, which is so ironic that it's almost funny.
But also we have to hold the people that the elite power structure.
And the funny thing about him saying that, right, is that I think we all have aspects about us that would make people think we're scum of the earth. All of us have a thing, whether it's an opinion on society, an opinion on politics, sports, whatever. There's an opinion that we hold on one way, shape, or form that someone else would think would make us scum of the earth. It's probably an excessive, crazy, far out, maybe a little bit, whatever place to go with that, but I think that's true. But most of us know this. Most of us are aware. These guys, which again, I wonder how this happens to you. Maybe it's just growing up in privilege. Maybe it's success. Maybe it's just your friends. I don't know how people grow up like this, but I think most of us are aware that we're scumbags, and we try our best to not be scumbags, and we call out what we can call out. These motherfuckers walk around like they've never been scumbags, aren't scumbags now, and they have the right to just stand there and point and like finger wag. It's like, brother, please, as I said prior, have you looked in the mirror?
That has been practicing stochastic terrorism. Tim Walz, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, the academics who are categorizing this, Donald Trump as a fascist, as a Nazi, as those are the people that knew what they were doing, in my opinion. That's their inadvertent way of ordering a hit.
But how do you hold their feet to the fire? There's nothing.
You don't
do.
vote for them. You segregate them. You turn your back on them. You don't give them
the
jobs.
left's not going to do that. The right's already done that.
I think you're going to see. I hope you see.
I don't think so. Not
people
from the
who
left.
come over. No, the left is. They're lost though.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't think Brendan understood what Callum was saying. Callum wasn't saying that he wants the right. He wants the left to segregate themselves from the quote-unquote crazies in the left. Callum was saying he wants whoever's in power now, being the Republicans, the right, to segregate themselves or to segregate the left from them. But Brendan, for some reason, didn't understand what you're saying. Like, what Callum said was worse. You know, what Brendan thought Callum said was maybe, you know, the middle ground, you know, maybe the most sensible approach in terms of, you know, hey, encourage the far left people to kind of push out and really kind of, you know, make sure that they go out of their way to not endorse or whatever people that have those kind of crazy far right opinions. But that wasn't the case. Callum was actually saying we as a society need to we need to segregate people. It's like, when did that happen in the past? When did that happen in American history? How was that before? How was that prior? Did that work out for you guys? That type of segregation thing? Was that a nice thing?
They're lost. They're also bankrupt shitheads. You ever see most of these people?
Oh yeah.
You see what they look like physically, even.
Yeah.
So.
You see what you look like physically? Look at the top of his head, brother. Look at the top of his head. Look at that head. That's not even a hairline. I don't know what that is, but do you see what people look like physically? Look at him. Look at the Adonis sitting next to him. It's like, brothers, sisters, don't throw stones in glass houses.
Luckily though, by regurgitating these idiotic talking points, they've really only reached around 100 people who believe them, since that's my generous estimate of how many diehard fans that they have left.
Wow, 100. I guess my guess was 1,000. I think they have at least 1,000 diehard fans, and by diehard I mean people that actually watch their show, listen to their show. You know, across all of them, across Schaub show, across TFATK and the Patreon. I think they have 1,000, in my opinion. 1,000. I don't think it's less than 100. I think it's 1,000 at least. But if it's 100, Jesus.
As the majority of viewers that they have come from bots, and then the rest being from people who actually hate their guts, the Fighter and the Kid subreddit. So fortunately, what they're saying here really won't influence anyone but a handful of hillbillies in the South who were already past the point of no return. Also, I find it absolutely hilarious and ironic how these guys say that the left is full of physically out of shape, ugly people. I mean, they both really don't have any room to speak when it comes to physical appearance. And for physical fitness, well...
And also, let's be honest too, Brendan only lost the weight that he lost because of Ozempic. He used to struggle with his weight like everybody else did, right? Brendan used to struggle with his weight like everyone else out there did before Ozempic came around, and suddenly he turned into a little skinny mini. But before then, he would struggle super hard. Every time he was on some sort of strict diet, he was on this, he was on that, and it never seemed to work out for him. So, you know.
Whatever gains they've made in the past year have been heavily boosted by the cocktail of peptides, hormones, and testosterone that they experimentally inject into their bodies on a daily basis. So these guys really are not the peak physical alpha males like they masquerade as.
They're never tough.
No.
They're never in shape.
No.
They're never tan.
No.
They're never worried about their health.
Things aren't going.
And look at the things that Brendan rates as like a virtue. These are signs that you're living well, that you've made it in life. Are you tanned? What? Like, are you fit? I swear a bunch of rich people don't. I'd imagine when it comes to guys, the richer you get, the less you start caring about your physical appearance, because you don't really need to care, especially if you're trying to fuck and stuff, right? You don't need to care. So I do find that really funny how he kind of grades men. You have to be fit and tanned. If you're fit and tanned, you're living. If you're not living.
Very well.
They're losers by every metric that a human being can
that also
be.
goes to.
But it's funny he says that they're losers because he gets affected by losers. That's the problem, though. It's okay to call people losers because you have a different metric or whatever, but you can't then get affected by losers. You can't then start to sue, take losers to fucking court because they said something mean about you. Go on fucking crazy rants about switching people's neck offs and shit. If you think people are losers, treat them like losers and pay them no mind. But you can't then start complaining about them.
They're losers.
That also goes for all the people celebrating his death. If you look at them, like the guy who got fired at Microsoft, who head of their DEI.
Yeah, dude.
You see that guy?
All
Like,
of them. Yeah, all of them.
they're just they can't even control their own biology. They can't even control their own bodies, much less the world. Like, worry about yourself, bro. You are not doing
I've
well.
never seen a person on the left who's
Charlie
tough.
Kirk would say that to these people would come up to him and they'd have like they'd just look like a mess physically, and he'd go, you look like you're having a hard time, and he said it with love.
I know.
He said, you look like you're having a hard time.
I don't know. I think someone wrote an article. Someone said the other day that they couldn't find evidence of this, because I think a dude said it. Maybe it was on Reddit. Someone said, "Oh, there's no evidence of this moment." Where I think he's the one that said something about, oh yeah, there was one time where Charlie Cook was being shouted at by someone on the left, and instead of arguing back, he just reached out to them and gave them a hug. It's like, where's the evidence of this happening, please, sir?
So yeah, just some extremely boneheaded takes from Brendan Schaub and Brian Callen, as per usual. But as I just mentioned, they luckily have little to no influence on their audience anymore. So whatever moronic things they said here really have no effect on the American public.
You basically segregate them out of society.
But now that we've gotten the clown show out of the way, let's move on to someone who actually does have somewhat of an influence on the American public. Joseph 250 Rogan, because this man has truly been on a PR nightmare speedrun recently, and as every JRE episode passes, his public perception just goes swirling down the drain, and even he knows this. I mean, in the recent podcast he did with Jordan Jensen, he's really doing some extreme damage control. Like, he denies that he's ever been Republican, despite vomiting Republican talking points for the past 7 years on his massive platform.
Powerful bunch!
Yo, big up Asadasis.
I say 6 million. Bappa says 600. AZ says a number maybe in between there somewhere.
Big up Asadasis. I like that. I like what you did there. I like what you did there. Big up Asadasis. You funny.
That he's ever been anti-vax, despite having an embarrassing shouting match with Brian Callen not even a week ago, arguing with him about how vaccines are linked to autism. And lastly, he hilariously admits that he saw a short snippet of the Elephant Graveyard's most recent video about him, which of course all his buddies showed him in the green room of the mothership. And as you'll see shortly, it's really obvious that this video is living in his head rent-free, as he was the one who brought it up in the conversation.
Yo, big up Elephant Graveyard, man. You've done some great work, man. You've done some great work. At first, I doubted these guys have watched your video. I don't know why. I just doubted it because these guys are so thin-skinned. They have no ability for introspection, self-reflection, self-awareness. They just don't have it. So I couldn't imagine them sitting down and watching the entire thing. But now I believe that they've most likely seen clips or they've been told what's in it. But they know about the video because people have been mentioning things that were in the video. Like, I think for like weeks now. I think it's been going on for weeks, especially the far right shit. The stuff about Rogan being Rogan kind of acting like they're in a cult, right? Maybe I think I've even heard people mention the term simulacra, right? Which I never really heard of until Elephant Graveyard sort of spoke about it quite often in that doc. So you can clearly see that these guys have been rattled. They have been rattled by Elephant Graveyard. So big up Elephant Graveyard. Amazing work, man. It's definitely giving them food for thought. And you never know, this little food for thought that it's given them, we could see some changes for the positive with these guys in the future. You never fucking know, because I feel like they've finally kind of seen via that documentary just how they're perceived by some people, because Elephant Graveyard was able to kind of surmise it in such an intelligent, interesting way. It kind of gave people food for thought of like, oh shit, is that how I'm coming across? You'd hope so. You'd hope so.
Station.
I was, dude, there's a clip I wanted to post about that's really funny about your club, where I was like, you get in here and there's a guy who's like, my name's Kyle, I'll carry you up this flight of stairs. I have a PhD in MMA. I'm gonna pass you up to Derek. Derek has an AK-47, and we get in the green room and I'm like, they're like, do you need anything? We'll kill people for you. And I was like, could I have some like almonds or snacks? And they're like, no, we have smelling salts. And I was like, wait. I was like, is there any just like water bottles? They're like, no, we have neurotropic dust.
It was so funny. Neurotropic. We were in the green room the other day, and someone had called us like some alt-right white supremacist.
Yo, big up the person who was in the green room. Big up the person that was in the green room watching Elephant Graveyard. Whoever you are, you did a great service to humanity. Whoever that person was playing Elephant Graveyard video off their phone in the comedy mothership green room, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Club. I was in the room with Brian Simpson, who's black, Derek Poston, who's black, Hassan Ahmad, who's Muslim. Yeah. It was Tony Hinchcliffe, Ron White, and me. I'm like, this is a pretty diverse lineup. Like, what are we talking? This is so silly.
You're looking at comments. See, it's hard. It's hard to not look at these fucking things.
It was a video.
Oh, she caught him out there. That's funny. You're looking at comments. No. So how do you see it then? This Rogan, man. She caught him out there. Big up Jordan Jensen. She didn't do it on purpose, but she did call out. She caught Rogan out there. You're looking at comments. No.
Video. It wasn't a comment. It was a video of someone that one of the guys was playing. It was like, look how fucking stupid this is. The idea that this, like, that you had to be like, I'm not even a Republican. Like, I voted.
Come on. I think he's doing semantics, isn't it? I think he's doing semantics. I guess in his head, he's not a Republican because in most of the elections he's voted in, he's voted for somebody that you would deem to be a liberal, right, or whatever, a Democrat. I guess that's what he means. He means on that sense. The majority of the votes he's done have gone to Democratic Party. But what people are trying to say is that you're giving, right, Republican now. And I don't know why he's arguing against that. It's not that deep, really. Nowadays, I think in the past maybe it was a bit more demonized, but I think nowadays no one really gives a fuck if you're a Democrat or whatever or Republican. But the fact that he's denying and acting like he's not is fucking insane. Like, he's really kind of insulting his listeners' intelligence, because part of the reason why people have hated or are starting to hate Rogan now, if you think about it, right? Part of the reason why people say JRE isn't that fun, isn't that interesting, isn't a good show, is because Rogan has adopted this, like, you know, identity of being a guy that's more, you know, aligned with the far right or aligned with maybe Republican talking points. And it's not that he's aligned with it that's a problem. He just doesn't stop talking about it, you know? He just goes on and on and on and on and on about it. Never seems to have any criticism of his quote-unquote side. Is always very quick to kind of judge and to kind of, you know, throw stones at the other side, even when he gets fucking duped by fucking AI videos and shit that aren't obviously real. So, you know, I don't know what he's trying to get at. I don't know what he's trying to spin here, but it's weird because, like, bro, the most obvious thing is that you are Republican, at least now. Maybe you didn't vote for them before, but it's fair to say you do align more. If there was an election tomorrow, who would you fucking vote for? You know, let's be real.
For Trump, because I thought we were going in a terrifying direction where there was not really a president for 4 years and the same people are now going to be running the government. Like,
weren't you like a Bernie bro?
Yes. So I've only voted Republican once in my life. The idea that you have to be a Republican to get in at that club is so ridiculous.
Yeah, but again, he's twisting things. People, if someone's calling you a Republican now, it's because you are, innit? And people are making the point to say that again. I wonder who's the most liberal person that's been on that stage. Probably like Ari Shafir, innit? Like, because he doesn't seem to have them on his show much. He doesn't seem to have a lot of like left-leaning people on his show that would argue against his points and have a good debate. I wonder if there actually are a lot of like what you deem to be like, you know, flower behind the ear, San Francisco type of lefties and stuff that ever go on the mothership stage. I can't think of any off the top of my head. I really, really can't think of any. Like, that you're deemed to be a fucking liberal. Let's actually check it out. Let's just see. Let's go comedy mothership. And I want to see if there's anyone on the mothership Instagram who you would deem to be a lefty. Does that even exist? Do they even exist? I'm not sure. Let's see. Actually, let me go. I want to go on the actual site. Let me go on their site and see the listings, and maybe I can check if there's a person on here who we would deem to be a lefty. Not Joe DeRosa. Not. I wouldn't. Would you say? I want someone that's gonna say like lefty jokes though. I don't want someone that might be a lefty. In terms of Dan Simpson or that Bomb the Barrel show. Let's see, anything more? Joe Rogan, Mothership Showcase. I wouldn't say Brian Holtzman is a lefty. I wouldn't say, maybe Sam Talent. Maybe Sam Talent, somebody that you'd think to be a liberal, you know? Maybe Sam Talent. Maybe Sam Talent, I'd say, will probably be a lefty-ish type of person. Anyone else on here? That's about it really, right? October. Anyone on here? Gabriel Iglesias. It depends though, innit? Because sometimes Hispanic people can be, you know, lefty, but they can be super far right too. They can be super on the right side, especially when it comes to religion and shit. So I don't know about Gabriel Iglesias, but again, that's maybe one person still. Let's go with Sam Talent. I'm gonna say one person. Paulie Shaw, definitely not. I would say definitely not. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. He's brought up in LA though, isn't it? So maybe it's different with him. Sam Tripoli, definitely not. I wouldn't say he's lefty. Fuck, he's got a whole weekend. Jesus. And that's it, innit? And then who's that? I don't know who Owen Smith is. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't get. I personally think, I've said it before in the past, right? But I personally think the JRE and comedy in general would be improved dramatically if they were able to kind of fucking merge and mix a little bit when it comes to their points of view, especially within this Rogan verse crew of people. Like, come on, man, get the other people involved. You know what I mean? Why just people yourselves talking in the fucking echo chamber? Jesus Christ. But yeah, I could be wrong. Let's continue.
That club is filled with gay people, black people, straight people, white people, Asian. No one gives a fuck.
Yeah, that green room is.
You're just doing comedy. You're just doing comedy.
Okay, maybe not the club. How about your podcast then, guy? Maybe the club, you could say he's a bit more open to people from all different political denominations, right? But how about your club, brother? How about your podcast? How about your fucking podcast? I feel like he goes out of his way not to talk to people on the other side because he just doesn't want to have that debate because he's kind of, you know, wedded to his point of views. But how about your podcast, bro? I think his podcast has been hurt by that, to be honest. The lack of, you know, willingness to kind of talk to other people outside of his fucking bubble. But what do I know?
Whoever you are, whatever you believe, we have tons of lively discussions.
I will say one time I was there and Jordan Peterson walked through and I was like, you can't be here. That's too on the nose.
He's here all the time.
That's crazy.
It is weird. Yeah.
That's crazy. With his daughter?
Oh, yeah. He came with his daughter. Yeah. He's been there a few times. Yeah. He even did Kill Tony.
Oh, he was on it?
Yeah. He was on Kill Tony. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Is it just me, or is Joe Rogan absolutely sweating now that the Elephant Graveyard's video about him is sitting at nearly 3 million views only a month since it's been posted? And out of those 3 million viewers, probably more than 95% of them strongly agree with every single point made in it. I think this is truly evidence that he's seen the video, took his special cover down at the mothership because of it, which was next to Robin Williams, and is now pleading...
No, isn't that wrong? That's wrong, though. Didn't the Elephant Graveyard video highlight the fact that he took it down? I don't think the Elephant Graveyard video... Oh, no, am I bugging out? Was there a video before that where he posted... No, that's why. Maybe I'm bugging. Maybe there was a video before the Elephant Graveyard did where he noted, or he noticed his special on the wall, and then maybe it got back to Rogan, and then when he did the other video that just came out recently, that's when he kind of took it down. I don't know. Maybe.
with his audience that the mothership is not full of right-winged buzzword jokes every single night. Also, Joe Rogan's silence on the whole Jimmy Kimmel getting fired for saying words thing is extremely deafening at this point. Like, if he really practiced what he's preaching here, he would have slammed his beloved administration the moment that story broke. But of course, he's not going to, because that whole thing is making him look extremely bad.
He actually said something in it. I think he mentioned on his Instagram that he went elk hunting. That's why he hasn't spoken it. He hasn't spoken on it, but we know what he's gonna say anyway. He's just gonna pretend like it's not a big deal. He's not going to see the irony or the hypocrisy in it, in him complaining about other bits of counterculture, but having no problem with this type of counterculture and silencing. We know what he's gonna do. We know what he's gonna do.
Especially since one of the only reasons he voted for Trump was because Trump was advocating to legalize comedy again. So the fact that Trump's now doing the exact opposite must have Rogan melting. So much so that he's trying to save his reputation by denouncing any label that the general public has slammed onto him, which is so ridiculous and annoying that even the guest sort of calls him out for it, right after Joe Rogan says that he's not anti-vax, right after spewing anti-vax talking points.
Yes,
You
I
got
got COVID
vaccinated.
like 6 times, but
of course you did.
I just had
you
it
got
recently,
vaccinated.
actually. Yeah.
The people who didn't get vaccinated got it once or twice.
Really?
Yeah. Shit. Yeah, they fucked you. They fucked everybody. They fucked everybody with that goddamn stupid thing.
I got it hard. See, I'll talk to you about this, and then tomorrow, my liberal mom will be like, the vaccine is good, and I'll be like, yes, Mom, I agree.
It's a long conversation. It would take a long time to explain what was wrong, but it all boils down to the same thing that it always does, which is money. They distorted the facts, they distorted the research, they distorted the efficacy, they distorted what it was actually designed to do just because they wanted money. That's it.
Did we pay them for the vaccine?
Oh, fuck yeah. They made a shit ton of money. It might have been free for you.
I like the idea of money, but isn't your camp in on like control, mind control? Not mind control, but knowing where we are, like anti-vax people?
I'm not an anti-vax person.
What?
I kind of like being. I kind of like what Rogan's doing, right? Where he's being like super anti-categorization and labeling. Because I'm like that person too. I hate to be kind of pinned down on one thing. But brother, how can you argue against you being anti-vax when you legitimately nearly came to blows with one of your best friends, Brian Callen, because he pushed back on the idea that you had that fucking vaccines cause autism or that vaccines are bad. Like, do you know, like, we saw it, bro. So a person that argues the way that he did like that with Brian Callen, you wouldn't categorize them as anti-vax. That would be an insult to say he's anti-vax. It's almost like he's insulted. Like, what? How dare you think I'm anti-vax? Why? Because I repeat anti-vax talking points. Because my points of view come from the point of view of somebody that may be anti-vax. Because I question the usefulness or the effectiveness of vaccines across the board. Because I'm conspiratorial when it comes to the effects or the benefits of anti-vax or vaccines in the first place. How dare you label me anti-vax? Rogan is mad.
Are you?
No.
Give yourself a label.
No. I believe that all
No.
medications should be subject to scrutiny. They should all go through rigorous.
But they are. They do all go through scrutiny. You just don't like the scrutiny. They all go through scrutiny. He just doesn't like the level of scrutiny they go through. He wants more, or he wants his level of scrutiny. Which I don't know which level it is, because again, he's not a scientist or a virologist. So I don't know what level of scrutiny he thinks is acceptable. But they all go through levels of scrutiny. Maybe the COVID vaccine, the levels of scrutiny on that were maybe lowered a bunch because they, of the need to get that vaccine out to the public as soon as possible because of the numbers of deaths and stuff. But I think across the board, most or all vaccines, I'd imagine from the beginning of time, have been vigorously tested and retested again and again and again. I don't think they don't do that. You couldn't not do that.
Rigorous double-blind placebo-controlled trials to find out what the side effects are, what the efficacy rate is, what's the real facts behind it.
Then they'll just lie about that.
But this is why.
Yeah.
The problem is pharmaceutical drug companies do their own research. Not only do they do their own research, but they do their own research that they hide. So they'll do multiple studies that show no efficacy. And then they'll rig one study where they can show just like a little bit of an improvement.
Don't they do that? Doesn't he do that with Alpha Brain, allegedly? No? Isn't that what they've accused Alpha Brain of doing over the years? I'm not too sure if he's still involved in Alpha Brain, right? The supplements and shit. But I'm pretty sure that's what they accused Alpha Brain of doing. Or no, not Alpha Brain, On It. The company On It that makes Alpha Brain. I'm sure. And other types of supplements and shit.
And then they just sell it.
It's just insane. Joe Rogan will say he's not anti-vax and then talk about why he's anti-vax.
Exactly.
Or that he's not Republican or right-leaning because he has black friends and lets comedians of color perform at his comedy mothership. Like, just because his comedy club isn't allowed to legally segregate performers and audience members doesn't mean that his personal beliefs don't align with someone like Daryl Cooper's.
Exactly. Exactly. Why did I didn't think about that? It's true. My friends are black. I've got black and Hispanic friends. How can I be Republican? It's like, what? It's the fact that he fought to go to that defense says it all, isn't it, really? Think about it, right? The fact that Rogan fought the best form of defense against those accusations was to say that he had black friends and Hispanic friends says a lot more than, the question itself.
Who was a guest on Joe Rogan's podcast last March, where Joe Rogan was idiotically questioning why China's allowed to keep their population all Chinese and Poland's not allowed to keep their population quote-unquote all white.
When an all-white country wants to stay all white, what people get very nervous of. If you have, let's say China. Like, China is Chinese people. We all agree that
Big up RM Brown. Big up RM Brown. Now I know where the fucking clip comes from. Big up RM Brown.
it's like it's filled primarily with Chinese people. There's people that live there from all walks of life, all over the world, but it's mostly Chinese people. If China had decided that they wanted to remain Chinese and stay Chinese, and that being Chinese was very important to what China is, no one would have a problem with that.
Yeah.
When a country like Poland does it, you're like, oh, those white people, they want to keep everybody out. They want it to be all white.
So yeah, at the end of the day, this is just more proof that the Rogan sphere is eating itself alive. Brendan and Brian are running out of grifts, Joe Rogan is scrambling to rewrite his own public image, and the whole scene looks weaker by the week. The only thing keeping them afloat is a mix of bots, hate watchers, and a handful of diehards who would cheer for just about anything, which honestly just makes it funnier to watch the empire crumble in real time.
Yeah, big up American Reader. That's very, very true. It does make it better to have it crumble. But I don't see, bro, Rogan is a hilarious guy, bro. Why do people think I'm anti-vax? Or why do people think I'm Republican? And then he sits there wondering why Poland isn't allowed to be all white. Why can China get away with being all Chinese, but Poland can't be all white? Why do you think I'm Republican? It's like, brother, please, man, come on. And it's okay if you are, just stand on it for fuck's sake. But I'm pretty sure he is he's doing that. He's kind of covering his bases because he knows it could go tits up. He knows if he comes out and declares himself as being a Republican, and then I don't know, something crazy happens or Trump says something insane, people are going to say, oh shit, that's your boy, do you endorse this, do you co-sign his message? And then he's gonna have to, like, you know, say no, essentially. So I think that's why he's nervous about it. I honestly think that's why he's trying his best to, like, avoid being labeled that way, because he knows it could get really dicey really quickly for him if he decides to stay on that side. But hey, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But big up American Redact. You know where to find him. American Redact video. Idiot podcasters just keep getting worse. Give the guy a looky. He makes fucking great videos. He makes fucking great BDOs. Let's move on. Let's watch a little bit of this. Big up Matan. Matan interviewed Boogie 2988. Matan confronts Boogie 2988 for faking cancer. I quickly want to see this. It's probably going to be horrendous because Boogie's a fucking horrendous person. But let's just check it out anyway and see what I'll go on.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the podcast. For today's guest, we have Boogie 2988. Please welcome in. You can come in now, please sit in the middle. For today's co-host, please welcome Vara Flooring. Welcome in Vara Flooring. Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, man. Nice to be here. This is different.
Different from your normal shows, I guess.
Live, yeah.
I'm kind of used to like studios and stuff. Set dressing and stuff like that. This is different.
Okay.
Yeah, so just to give a little context, I actually in Vara Flooring came out to Arkansas to interview Boogie. And in case anybody doesn't know you, can you just pull the mic a little close to yourself and introduce yourself? Also, first, congratulations on becoming a millionaire.
Thanks. I'm no longer a millionaire.
That was
congratulations.
Good opening question.
Disneyland or hookers, but it was some
great opening question.
You were a millionaire at some point, right?
Yeah.
Congrats.
Nice to meet. You're who?
Vara Flooring.
Viral Florin?
Yeah.
What's he viral for?
He makes floors viral. He does flooring. That's my manager, by the way, and the co-host for the episode.
Okay.
Okay.
You want to maybe?
Come on, Boogie, give us something.
If you wanted, or you could come, around, or.
Just make sure you have the mic close to you while you're talking.
All right.
Stuff, yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
And introduce yourself in case anybody doesn't know you.
Yeah. I'm old school YouTuber, Boogie2988. You might know me from my Francis sketches back in the day.
Sketches.
Kind of famous for liking Mountain Dew and being fat. Or you might know me for other infamous reasons like gambling away all my money on crypto or faking cancer.
Let me ask you a question. Are you trying to lose weight to become healthier?
Yeah. I used to be about 600 pounds, and now I'm down to 335. So I've lost
really
a couple hundred. I've lost a couple of you at this point.
So he's much smaller than Wings, isn't it? Wings is probably like 500. I saw a picture of him recently. We'll play a clip from Wings in a minute. I saw a clip of Wings recently, and he looks massive. So somehow, in some way, Boogie has. But then Boogie's also shorter than Wings, and Wings is way taller than him. But Jesus Christ, bro, Wings must be. If Boogie is still 325 pounds and he looks smaller, and Wings look the way he does, he must be huge. That scale he must use, it must be lying, or he must be lying, because there's no way that guy's 400 pounds. I don't believe Wings is 400 pounds. No way. No way Wings is only like 100 or so pounds more heavier than fucking Boogie. I don't believe that. He at least looks like he's 200 pounds,
What's the point if you'll be dead from cancer soon anyway?
So, the cancer's not exactly cancer.
Oh, what is it?
It's a blood disorder, more of a blood disorder kind of thing. So I was kind of confused.
How do you get those two confused?
I'm an idiot. There's one called.
So then you didn't fake it. You must have made a mistake.
So there's polycythemia, and then there's polycythemia vera.
Right.
And then I got told I have polycythemia, and then I Googled that, and I thought it was the other one.
Oh, you thought you had cancer, and nobody told the doctor had told you.
My doctor told me.
The doctor told you you don't. There's no reason to go online and say you do, and then you looked it up yourself and made the decision.
And then I went to the doctor, and I'm like, hey, so what's the deal? And he's like, well, we got to treat you for this shit. And I thought it was like super serious, right?
Right.
And like the cancer has like a 20-year prognosis anyway, but it mostly just comes down to the fact that I'm stupid.
Right.
And then I ran to the internet for pity points as soon as I Googled it.
I don't think he even Googled it. I think he immediately used that diagnosis to get pity points or pity donations. I don't think he Googled it. I think he knew it wasn't real. He knew it wasn't serious, but he wanted to make the most of it. He decided to fake it and say what he said. Plus, he knows it kind of plays into the idea of some people out there that want him to kind of not be around anymore, So it kind of is a bit of a troll. It can tug on heartstrings. You can get some sympathy bucks from it. So I think he was very aware that he was lying. In my opinion, I think he was very, very, very aware he was lying.
I was like, hey, everybody feels sorry for me because I'm a emotionally manipulative shithead.
And are you an emotionally manipulative shithead? You're saying that in and of itself is sort of manipulative. You're trying to come off as self-aware right now.
I'm trying to get better.
That's also like
that's hard.
I feel like it's hard to determine with someone like you what's true and what's false.
Yeah.
Because when a manipulative guy says they're manipulative, that is manipulative.
Right. Exactly. As a general rule, you should never trust someone like me. That's probably.
This is also manipulative.
It is. Everything I say.
Everything you say is dishonest.
Will be either dishonest, have a goal. This is narcissism 101, right? Everything.
And this is something that I've kind of only understood after doing a bunch of streams, like the random show and other bits and pieces I've been doing, mostly because obviously I cover a lot of fucking nonsense on the internet, and some of you like to watch it, which is shocking, but I appreciate you. One of the things I've realized along my way is that narcissism exists in people like Boogie. I didn't know that was a thing. Forgive me for being naive, forgive me for being ignorant or not that well versed, but I didn't know you could be narcissistic and look like Boogie. I didn't know you could be narcissistic and look like Wings. I didn't know you could be narcissistic and look and sound like fucking DSP. I didn't know that was a thing. It didn't make any sense to me. I was like, whoa, but these guys are like fat, like obese, like they beg for money online for people, like to get their groceries, you know? They're disgusting human beings that they say awful things. They have horrible takes. Some of them are like, you know, some of them abuse their wives and shit. Horrible people. Like, how can you be narcissistic when you're like an awful human being? But then I remembered, weirdly, one time, I remembered when I used to live at home, me and Mum used to sometimes like watching my £500 Life. Do you guys remember it? It's still on now at the moment. But there'll be, I think, whatever variation of my £500 Life that existed back then. And what I remember from watching that show was that sometimes there'd be an episode where the person that's needing the help because they're super obese, they would be the biggest cunt in the world. They would have such a horrible attitude. They'll be treating their parents, their siblings, if they have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, like absolute shit. And all they're trying to do is help them. And I remember back then thinking, wow, like what a stinky person. But then I remember also that, that was narcissism. That was a form of narcissism on display. So I guess it's a common thing. I just wasn't aware. I just assumed that to be narcissistic, you almost had to have something to kind of brag about, you know? You had to have something that you felt really confident about that you had, whether it was money, whether it was status, whether it was clout, whether it was looks. Like there had to be something about you that you really felt that you had the one up on society, and that gassed you up. But I guess you can be narcissistic and look like Boogie, you know? Like you can. It's just completely normal, which is a bit of a mindfuck because most regular people look at me and think, what do you have to be narcissistic about? Like, you know what I mean? You're a loser, but it doesn't work that way.
I say or do will have like a goal behind it. It'll be
This
manipulative
is still
in some
manipulative.
way.
I'm
Yes,
trying to
of
come
course.
off as self-aware and agreeable, but
the best thing
you'd seem more honest if you started arguing with me. If anything, that might be a better play for next
actually,
time.
I'm not a narcissist then, motherfucker. How about that? What the hell?
What was that, apple pie?
I mean, I'll eat dinner. I ain't gonna throw away a good steak. Shit.
Well, you mentioned one time you went on a podcast and they didn't feed you.
Yeah, Ethan Klein, man, 3 times.
Just use the fucking cutlery, bro. What an ape. What a fucking ape. Just use the cutlery that's there. Why are you grabbing it with your hands?
Tried to get him to take me to dinner 3 times. Wouldn't feed me.
Well, I just didn't want to make the same mistake. You know, it's obvious that when somebody does a podcast, you need to feed them.
I get hangry.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that must be a constant thing for you, right?
Yeah. Well, less so once I started injecting myself with medication. Oh my God, fuck the steak. That's way better. Holy shit.
Do you want to move on that quickly?
Yeah, well, dessert's better than protein, right? Like that's healthy, this is unhealthy, right?
I mean, it still might taste better than that.
I think this is going to make me really angry. I'm going to watch that 5 minutes. It's not going to change. This is going to make me really angry. He's kind of like, I forgot how much I hate watch Boogie content, because he's very, like, for manipulative he is, he's very self-aware. So he knows exactly what people don't like to see, don't want to hear from him, and he kind of leans into it, you know? So he's kind of playing into this holiday. Oh, I'm a fat guy. Of course I'm going to eat it. It's food. I'm fat. It's like, this like weird self-deprecating thing. Fuck off, man. Fuck off. So we'll give it another 5 minutes, but this is going to drive me crazy.
I don't know.
No.
Well, you do whatever you like. I mean, I think eat to your heart's content. You'll be dead from I can't. You'll be dead from polio, Saima Vera.
What do you can't have gluten?
I'm trying to eat healthier. I mean, I don't know.
I'm not.
I can tell. You seem very excited.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, do you not get to have this food at your house recently? Or
exactly.
Money steal or?
You know, I'm trying to like do better, and eat less and have like healthier food in the house and like bananas
Sure.
and fruit and like proteins and weight loss shakes and shit. And then I just leave and go to Starbucks and get like croissants instead.
Right.
But I can't have this in my house. So if it's in front of me, I'm gonna eat it.
And going back to that thing about you being a manipulator and you should never trust someone like you, is God keeping you alive to punish us?
God
Jesus
only
Christ.
takes the good ones. The rest of us are here to suffer. So if you're still here, that might say something about you as well.
I don't think
It's good to make us suffer. That's such a good point. You got a feeling like DSP is gonna outlive everybody, innit? DSP even outlived Steve from That Being Said, innit? Steve from That Being Said is officially gone now, judging by that recent episode where they welcome back Sam. But DSP even managed to outlive Steve of the Dead. Crazy.
so. I mean, I'm such an honest guy. I feel like I'm known as such a cool, honest Abe.
You're an honest, yeah.
Yeah.
I googled you. I don't know much
Right.
about you, but yeah, that's the one thing that came up. You were like always honest, always truthful.
That's exactly what it said when I googled you. It said, feel bad for the guy. I didn't know how to interpret that.
That was just my whole YouTube shtick for like 20 years.
It wasn't a shtick, though. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, it was and it wasn't. Like,
it's like a disorder.
I got on YouTube originally to like be the butt of the joke, right? Because I was
No.
like 600 pounds and fat and stupid. If you go back and watch my early videos, that's all it was. It's like me eating French fries and making fun of myself.
Right.
But then I made this draw my life video and it went mega viral. And I started getting all these like free pity points and shit. And I got addicted to it, dude. Like, I made so much money off of it. People like were so nice to me and I liked it. So I just kept doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
Fucking no.
The age of consent by 1. Why don't we lower the age of consent by 1 every year?
Jesus Christ.
Once you get to like 18, they stop being attractive, really, right?
Right.
At that point, I'm more of a Leonardo DiCaprio type, and less of a like a Donald Trump type. So, I'm 2025. That's my demographic.
2020
I
people
trade 'em
born
in,
this
I trade
year.
them in at 25, 26. I trade them
You're
in.
attracted to what? Like people who are born.
It's easier to groom if they're 0. It's easier to groom them.
Jesus Christ. Jesus. He's just I guess he's just trying to go viral, isn't it, to be fair. I don't think he actually means what he's saying, but fuck, you know.
If they're 0, start fresh, right?
I think you're being honest. I don't think you're manipulating right now. I think this is honest. Unless you want to say that it's a triple thing. Level 1 is honest, level 2 is trying to seem like you're joking, and level 3 is you're honest, but you know it'll seem like you're joking, but you're truly honest.
What if, and this is closer to the truth, I'm trying to see how the joke lands or see how the manipulation lands. And if it doesn't land correctly, then I say it's a joke.
I think in concept, you're not so stupid that you can understand how doing something like that could be beneficial, but I don't think you're able to truly act in a smart sense.
Right, well, I'm not that intelligent, right? Oh, shit. Dude, if I knew there was going to be...
This is incredible. What an incredible troll. They just keep bringing out more and more food every time he's speaking. And he's literally he's actually getting flustered. I'm not going to lie. He actually looks like he's getting flustered. You actually see the food addiction in real time. He's actually getting flustered, actually. He's getting a bit flustered. He's getting a bit anxious. He's eating everything as it comes out. It's like, fucking hell, Boogie.
That's good of a meal. I
Right.
become hungry.
You're not hungry right now?
Well, I did have like a case of Mountain Dew on the way over. So
A case, but a diet one. So you're on a...
Yeah,
I don't even want to touch
my
it.
fiance, she won't let me drink the good stuff anymore.
Oh, really?
A case.
And I have a question about your
toes,
fiance.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Is it possible your girlfriend is just a gold digger hoping that when you die she can inherit your massive debt?
I plan to bankrupt that
That's
bitch
brilliant.
when I die. She will live.
How
in
does that
debt
work? Yeah, I didn't
forever.
understand that because usually when
What's that,
a
Coca-Cola?
very young girl dates
Wow. They gave him regular Mountain Dew.
a very fat, old, on the way to death man.
Right.
It's like you think that they have something. I mean, is the whole thing a lie? Do you have a bunch of money and you only told her?
Jesus
Like, really,
Christ.
why is she in a relationship with you?
I mostly trauma bonded her. That's just classic manipulation 101. She's not smart enough to get it, so.
Yeah, but if you're telling her this, then why doesn't she?
Oh, she's not smart enough to believe me either.
But you just did a wink. So what was that?
Well, I want to make sure I still get laid tonight. She's over there.
She is behind the camera.
The physical, no, the mental, forget the physical, that's even worse. The mental image is bad enough, innit? The physical will be even worse. But could you imagine Boogie fucking that girl? That fiance of his, that young girl. I think it doesn't help that she's really small, right? She's really small. She's really skinny. She looks really young too. I don't think she's as young as she looks. I think she looks like she's like 19, but she's probably like 21, 22. But she looks super young. And then she's also, I don't know if she has, I don't know if it's fair to say she has anything, but who knows? But she clearly comes from, you know, a broken home, it feels like. No way. No way. Big up Teju. She was in high school when they met. No way, you're lying. No way. No way. No way. God almighty, Boogie, man. So what? They met and she was a teenager. Is that what you're trying to say? They started dating and she was a teenager. Because college is what age? College is like what? No, high school is like what? Isn't high school like 13 to 17? Is that high school? God almighty.
Right now, I don't.
Yo, big up Smash Me, yo. Big up Smash Me, yo. Hope you're good, bro.
So she would be offended by you saying something like this?
She's never offended by anything, honestly. She's kind of.
So I understand. She's just like a shell of a human, just like.
Yeah, right. Well, what soul she had when I met
A shell of a human, exactly. That's what she is.
her, I consumed.
You like physically ate it, or?
I tried. It's really hard to get spread on a crack.
But really, in a serious manner, really, why is she in a relationship with you? I know the trauma bonding thing probably is true, but I mean,
all jokes aside, okay.
She's stupid?
No, all jokes aside, I did a shitload of mushrooms 3 years ago, and
right,
a lot of it allowed me to become a little more self-aware about what a piece of shit I am, and I started working on it.
Oh, it's 19 for college. Okay, cool. Big up Teju.
And if there's money, I know I was getting paid for this.
You're not getting any money for this. That's my manager with my money.
I could really use some money, though.
We're aware of that. I mean,
Jesus Christ.
This isn't on you. He's actually insulting me, but go ahead.
But anyway, I kind of felt like once I started releasing a lot of that shit and trying to get better, the universe started rewarding me. Like I have a podcast, All Cut Live, does pretty well these days. Keemstar started working with me, which is him really slumming, right? Like he dipped all the way down to the fucking gutters to pull
so
me and
you
Jordy
did
out.
mushrooms, and the universe decided to reward you
Exactly.
with your schizophrenic girlfriend and getting to work with
Fucking hell. A schizophrenic girl. If you're a man and some other guy calls your girlfriend schizophrenic, you gotta stand up and punch them, no? You gotta say something, no? A schizophrenic girlfriend. Jesus Christ, Boogie. Stand up for your girl.
I didn't say it was a great reward. Working with Keem is fun.
It almost seems like an insult. You know what I mean? It's
Well,
like,
I mean, I'd rather won the lottery, but working with Keem's a good guy. People are really.
I'm not
compared
insulting
to
Killer
me. Compared
Keemstar.
to
He's
me.
a legend. I
Compared
used to
to me.
watch him back when he was on that live streaming website like 20 years ago. I don't know why he doesn't stream on it anymore.
You know you're in Arkansas, right?
Me?
I was worried Frank Hassel was going to be here, if I'm being honest with you.
Shut
this
up.
is. Oh, God, what the fuck is that? You're getting it on the food, dude. Well, you're getting it on. Don't spray the food.
He's bringing you more right now, by the way. Oh, he took away the salad.
Are these dog bones? Are these? Oh, did you see that?
Just eat them, man. You know you're gonna eat them anyway, you fucking idiot. You don't care what they are.
Did you know
Good
that
girl.
when...
Good girl.
Jesus Christ.
Good girl. Good girl.
Yeah, leading into the next question. Did you know that when you were 30, your girlfriend wasn't born yet?
Jesus
When I
Christ.
started my YouTube channel, she was 1.
Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
I mean, really, are her parents fucking raging?
They were at first, actually, yeah, 100%.
And now they understand. Now they're like, we understand it. We learned a little bit more about your 50-year-old boyfriend, and he's an amazing guy
I'm
from
51.
everything.
I'm 51.
Oh, okay.
To be very honest, I'm older than her mother, which is.
He's older than her mother. does he just keep revealing these type of things to like, I don't know. I guess it works as like rage bait, but Jesus Christ, Boogie, man. Jesus fucking Christ.
Real awkward because she calls me son now. It's real fucking weird.
Right. So as I said, I mean, why did they change their mind? Like, we read about you online. We could tell you're just a good guy.
They saw my house. I think it was mostly they saw my house, and they were like, "Wow, this is a really nice house."
They
He
saw
must
your
be
house
doing okay
that, you,
for himself.
that you don't own because you're like dead, or I don't know.
Hey, I paid more than half of it.
You know how depressing that is? The family had a problem with their daughter dating somebody that was, what, 20, 30 years older than what she is? But then as soon as they found out that he was some rich, has-been YouTuber, they suddenly changed their tune. They were okay with it. As soon as they knew they could maybe lend some money from him, they were okay with it. That is so depressing, but probably very accurate for what happens, you know, for what happens in real life, sort of thing, you know?
Who's paying the other half? Your girlfriend? Who's
No,
like, what, 12 years
we
old?
haven't started her
What's that?
yet. She'll pay the other half on the backside. I had to pay the first half.
So about OnlyFans, he's mentioned OnlyFans.
Okay, so her parents.
I think Boogie's awfulness as a human being is even gagging Matan, and Matan usually doesn't get gagged too easily. Matan's always one who's like, he's always going for the troll. He could never be silent. He can never be stunned or surprised. But I think he's generally taken aback by just how awful Boogie is as a person, you know? Just awful. He can't. He had a little pause there. Like, huh?
Oh, old fan. Right?
No.
Yeah,
So her parents started to like you because they realized that you made bad financial investments. I don't understand it.
You know, what it actually is they were easily manipulated. And, you know, honestly, truthfully, I just met him and had dinner with him, and her father threatened to kill me, and I took that well.
Right.
And I think from that moment forward, we kind of became friends. He gave me the classic, he's older, the father's older than me, for the record, by the way. He's about 10 years older than me. He told me if I hurt her, he'd kill me. And I believed him.
He should have said he'd kill you just because you're dating with her. Like, I'm like, I don't know, man. Fuck you, I don't know.
So from that, but if you don't say
And
that,
I
when
wish he would have done it. Am I allowed to say that?
You can. Can you recommend a guillotine instead of a gun, though?
Exactly.
What? That's an inside joke. You won't get it.
I don't get it. Is
I
that
feel
like
you
an
don't get a lot
online
of
thing
these
or?
jokes. It's a Discord thing. It's a local live thing. Check out the podcast, local live.
We don't do self promo, so I'm gonna bleep that out.
We're gonna blur my shirt too.
Yeah.
Fuck.
We don't do promo here.
All
It's
right,
not
that's
allowed.
fine. All right, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
Why did people call you a scammer after you released a cryptocurrency called Fatty Coin on Pump.Fun for $5,000 undisclosed dollars?
So, I'm always really mad at that, actually.
Right.
Because if you go watch the video I made, I said if you invest in... Ooh. You feed your guests well.
Yeah, I didn't want to make the same mistake that
I'm
guy
still
made.
mad at
H3.
Ethan Klein. He did not provide...
These are just like regular snacks, isn't it? Pastries and stuff, and he's literally getting so excited. It's like, it's not that impressive, brother. These just stuff that he's bought from the gas station. Like, you can buy this yourself, you know? Do you know what I mean? It's one thing if you bought him out some fucking, you know, some restaurant meal or something from, you know, whatever place. This is just stuff that he got from the regulars from the store. And Boogie, because he's, I guess, got a food addiction, maybe, I don't know, or he's just fat, I don't know. It's really, really, really getting his head spun by this shit.
To spread like this. If you watch the video I made about Fatty Coin, I said if you invest in it, you would lose your money, and the people invested in it, and they did.
Yeah, but you still understand that you made a video where you were dressed as Andrew Tate, right?
Oh yeah, that's funny.
So you were making it seem like a joke. So it's like if I made a video where I was holding a gun up to my head and said, "Hey, if you don't subscribe, I'm going to shoot myself." And then if somebody didn't, I really did, and I tried to blame them.
I understand that now. I understand that now.
You understood it then.
I just really wanted the money. They gave me $10,000 to promote their coin, so I did.
I thought it was $5,000.
It was $5,000 up front. It was $5,000 on the back end.
I know, but did they actually give you the other $5,000? I thought they never gave it to you.
They really did. They actually offered me more money to do it a second time, but because my podcast was doing well, I said no.
Right, but you would have done it otherwise.
Yeah. I would have been desperate for money. I would have done it. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I'm actually a supporter of crypto scams. I don't really feel bad for anybody in that space.
Yeah, me either. I'm sorry. 100%
That's true. But
100%.
I was going to say, that also includes you. You lost what, $750,000 in crypto?
So my original buy.
Big up Matan, that was brilliant. I don't feel bad people that lose their crypto. It's like, yeah, true, me too. Thinking he's fucking endorsing his shit. No, you as well. Honestly, that video where he was bragging about making $1 million from crypto and shit, and he comes back later and says, I need your help. Jesus, man. Pure loghouse cinematic poetry, innit? That is pure cinema there. One video you announce that you're rich and you don't need any help now and you're fine, and then a few months later, I need help, I'm broke. It's like, fuck, you couldn't write a better script than that.
Was $250,000, $250,000.
Right.
And then I got as high as 800,000.
Right.
And then one morning I woke up and it was back down to like 300,000. And dude, I hate Taco Bell. Get that shit out of here. Get that. I hate Taco Bell, dude. I've already shit myself once today. I can't do it again. No. Bad jihadist. I don't know what your deal is. Thank you.
Go ahead.
The throwing of the food as well is so fucking
whatever,
but I guess, you
know.
go
ahead.
So I got up to like 800,000, and then like one morning I woke up and it was back down to like 300,000.
Yeah, I don't think it would be fair to say you lost 800 because I think it's stupid to claim somebody.
Yeah, I was more like, in the end.
I think it's reasonable to say you lost about 500,000.
Well, so in the end, I cashed out at about 71,000. So I guess
only like 400,000 or something like that.
Jesus Christ, still a lot.
If this is cold, dude,
still a lot.
You better microwave it. This is. Even Ethan Klein would be embarrassed by that.
Well, he didn't give you shit.
I know.
Okay?
I got a hat. I got a Teddy Fresh hat.
Okay, well.
He wanted to give me a shirt.
Are you doing self-promo for him right now? I'm bleeping it out.
Oh, wait, bleep that out. I want to self-promote Ethan Klein. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so now I'll keep it in. Anyways, how about you eat that?
I did. I tried that. It was excellent. What about this?
I mean, I'm not going to eat food right now.
Why?
Because you touched it with your mouth and you have.
I haven't touched that. I totally touched it.
Yeah, well, that good. I heard that. Who are you whispering to? You think I'm? Anyways, yeah, I don't understand why people got upset with you. Yeah, I never got it.
Okay, it's enough boogie for me right now. You can watch that your own if you want to. That's enough boogie for me right now. That's enough boogie for me. It's available now on Matan's channel. Check it out. It's there. Matan confronts Boogie 298 for faking cancer. Hopefully, you guys, if you want to watch it, you can. Matan's great anyway, to be fair. So give him a watch. Give him a watch. Give him a watch. Let's move on to some fake alpha shit. Big up Bubba. New Wes Watson video, right? Is that a new one? Yeah, there we go. New Wes Watson video. Fake alpha male Wes Watson has a huge meltdown, a furious meltdown with Jack Doherty, and it just got crazier. So let's play this. Let's see what's happening here.
What you got for him?
Hey, where? Right here?
What do you got? Hit him with some shit.
We live. We in Brickell. We got Richard Mills on, right? Red and blue.
It's popping.
Let's go. Hell yeah.
I'm kind of mad that I only got 2 Richies. I feel like a fucking bum.
Yeah, I love how Jack Doherty just roasts him by saying, yeah, you are a bum for only having 2 Richard meals. Well, welcome back to the Bubba YouTube channel. Let's get a Bubba army in the chat. Well, the AMU, the Alpha Male Universe, has been going crazy. It just feels like I can't keep up with all of these like alpha people going crazy, right? The situation just got insane, and well, it really did, because Remedial Rob, right, a brand new character,
Remedial Rob is
the
hilarious.
AMU. He got into a little bit of a scuffle with the master of the peg, Wesley Watson, right?
Oh, really?
And at this point, you know what? Maybe we should just throw in Jack Doherty into the AMU.
They're going to a fight. Wasn't he just saying the other day that they were working together? And that guy was meant to be some sort of connect or something.
I feel like every time Wes Watson and Jack Doherty have a collaboration, it's just the worst of the worst. I mean, it is always a bad time. Something bad happens. And you know what? If you want to have a good time, though, please be sure to turn notifications on and subscribe to the Bubba Army. Guys, it has been a really fun time providing all this content. And you know what? Let's get in the flow. So stay together. Let's get bubbly with it. And let's get this show on the road.
That's funny. You're a famous person everybody knows. Who's that guy that like I saw a YouTube video? It did like really good too. It was like the live stream he did. Oh no. He got a couple 100,000 views, and he was just saying a bunch of shit. But he was hating on me and you like crazy, but like it's interesting to watch, you know? I like, sometimes I watch videos that are bad about me, sometimes I don't, but like, people I don't know, it's like funny to see their point of view, but he's so hateful. I gotta find the video. I have never worried about what another man's doing. And people think I do because I talk about the habits that'll level someone up. So this guy. These videos.
Oh, is he talking about Bubba? I think he's mentioning the guy that's making the video, isn't it? Look at his face. Yeah, he can't hide that. He's seen it. He can't hide it. He's definitely seen those videos. He's definitely seen those.
Bikers are fucking queer. Yeah, no, I can tell. He attracts your life. The guy just lives off of my nut. Off your videos. The dandruff out my beard and the sweat off my the guy lives on. You won't say his name. Yeah. No, I already know. But like literally you get him the most views. He's in the process of getting sued.
Oh really?
I watch hateful videos on me in the non-joking. I don't know.
Honestly, I feel like the least alfalfa thing a man could ever do is pretend he doesn't know who someone is, but the entire audience knows that you know who that person is. Like, that's like the lamest shit ever, right?
Plus, he said at the end as well, he's getting sued. So how do you not know somebody that you're suing?
I mean, literally in this clip, he's like, yeah, I don't know who John Bravo is. I know that he stretched me out like no other before, and that shit was hitting different, but I'm gonna pretend here with Jack Doherty that I don't know him. Then Jack Doherty shows him who he's talking about. He's like, oh yeah, I definitely know. Like, you can just tell by the look on his face. And then threatening to sue? Like, what are you gonna sue about? Like, this guy perpetually puts his life and the lives of others out for the public to just laugh at and just make fun of, and then you want to sue because you're in your feelings? These guys are the biggest lames ever. Honestly, it is crazy. And you know what? Yeah, sure, we make videos about these Wes Watson people, all these other alpha males, these grifters, but let's not get it twisted. These people entertain us. They work for us, and Wes Watson's like our little lapdog. So let's continue on with the video because it gets crazier and crazier.
Falcon punch him. Somebody going to the way he just says turn around. These things.
What an interesting life, isn't it, right? Eh? What an interesting life. I don't know about you guys, but when I go out for dinner, right, with friends and stuff, usually you try your best to like not be on your phone. Maybe if your friend goes to the toilet, you pull your phone out and you can use it. But when you're both sitting there, you're better off sitting in silence than one person being on their phone. It's just awkward, isn't it? I definitely go out of my way, especially when I'm going clubbing, to not take my phone out with me, or to not take my phone out on the dance floor at least. You know, if I want to use my phone, I'll go to the bar when I'm ordering a drink, or I stand to the side. But when I'm in, I try to be off my phone as much as possible. But I do find it strange nowadays, especially when you go out for dinner, you'll see a lot more people out and about, especially friends, just sitting there. One person's on their phone, one person's not. Both people on their phone together, or even dates as well, which is really spooky. It's just a strange world we live in, and with these guys it's different because they're live streaming and he has to read to chat, so it's kind of part of his job, but it's still just an interesting thing to kind of observe from afar. One person not on using his phone, the other person properly using their phone on the same table.
Ask Alfonso if he was Andrew Tate security. He was, yeah. Alfonso, Andrew Tate, future everyone's security. Justin Bieber, right here, decent man. When top people land, Alfonso's a man. That's what they do. Top people land, Alfonso's the man. So we got a fucking rap song with him. You guys see how it's raining right now? I'm still sweating like a mother. Like a mother. He said he could beat up UFC fighter, LOL. And like 10 UFC fighters called him out. No, look at those 10 UFC fighters are bitches because what I said was this. What did I say? You fucking I said this. I said, I ain't gonna fight your asses. You guys think people are gonna go in a ring with you? You're a square. And before I ever go in a ring with you, I'll fucking blast you. Straight up. If you want a problem with someone like me, you can have a real big problem. Because I don't lose. I will not lose. I will accept a lot.
What? What was even that answer, huh?
I don't take L's. If you whip my ass, I'm gonna fucking smoke your ass. That's what I fucking said. I'm not gonna go in a ring and roll around with some. Get kicked off. No, I'm not.
So you're scared, Ben. So you're scared. So you're scared, right? Just say you're scared. It's okay. Sometimes we all get scared. Just say you're scared. It's okay.
Tell you fucking turn around. No one's worried about you. Fuck out of here. Rob, don't you worry, Rob, don't. Rob, leave him alone.
So Wes Watson has like a fantasy where he has like a posse, he has a crew, and he tells them what to do. And if they disobey him, he takes great offense to that. And I don't know who these people were that Rob shoved or whatever. Maybe they took offense. Their favorite UFC fighter being slandered and dragged, right? Who knows? We'll never know, right? But Rob ended up pushing that guy. And I already know you're saying, well, are you going to talk about the UFC comments? I don't want to derail this video, right? That's going to be a future video for another time. I know you guys are probably cooking him in the comments bad because that was just absolute delusion. But I want to make this video all about Rob versus Wes. So let's continue on with the video now that you know the build up and the context of what you're about to see next.
What happened? What happened? What's happened? And those your friends. Why aren't you calming it down, brother? Jack Doherty looks nervous. Jack looks nervous. Look at him. Doherty looks nervous.
Think about what you're talking about. Hey, you guys are on the middle of the stream shit right here. Get the fuck out of the camera. I'll fuck both you guys up. Straight up.
Get out of camera. I'll fuck both of you guys up. No, you won't. No, you won't. No, you won't.
At the same fucking time. Hey, have some respect, dude. We're doing shit right here, dog. That shit one more time, I swear to God, dude. What the fuck you doing, dude? Take that shit somewhere else, dude. We're doing some shit right here, dog. What? What you want to do about it, dog? Oh, hey, you want something, dog? Yeah. You do?
He said, yeah. He didn't respond well. He said, yeah. You want something? He said, yeah. Look at Wes Watson's face. Oh, you do? When do you want it? Now. Oh, you want it now? He wants it. He said he wants to fight. Get up and fight. It was like, oh, you want some? Okay. We got Rob. We got Rob. We got Rob. We got Rob.
Okay, let's go. Bring it around the side. We're stuck there.
Get up then. Look.
You want to disrespect?
He's not getting up. He's not getting up. Get up. Look now, Jack. You see what's happening in real time. Look what's happening in real time. Now Jack Doherty's looking at his hero like, hold on, is my hero pussy? You look, you see? Now Jack Doherty's suddenly looking at his hero, Wes Watson, thinking to himself, hold on, is my North Star pussy? Is my North Star scared? Is my North Star not on it? Because he's still sitting down. He said, if you guys don't stop doing this in my shot while I'm streaming, I'm going to get up and fuck you both up. Have some respect. He was saying some very aggressive words and he's still sitting down.
I'll beat the dog shit out your ass. You think you I've been removed. We're fucking doing some shit right here.
So Wes Watson, he took great offense to remedial Rob.
I'll beat the dog shit out here. We're doing some shit here. Yeah, okay.
Doing his thing, you know, doing some shoves, doing some Superman action, and it's just too far when he's in the shot, right? Because Jack Doherty and Wes Watson are doing big things, you know. IRL streaming, big Hollywood shit, right? I mean, it's so funny because Wes Watson's like, you gonna disrespect me? I mean, bro, you're literally disrespecting him first, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're trying to calm people down from fighting, surely you'd use softer tones, nicer words. You wouldn't come and try and meet them where they're at, you know? Like, you're gonna be like a little bit chill. But he was barking super, like, that's not necessary.
Now I already know. I already know that Rob is going to be the people's champ because this guy pressed Wes Watson. He was like, "What's up, bro? What do you want to do about it?" And Wes just sat there and took it because that's all Wes Watson does. He takes it. You know, if it's a one-on-one, Wes Watson's never going to fight. Whenever that like 7-foot monster controversy went down, Wes Watson and his crew jumped that guy. What do you think Wes is taking a 1v1 with?
That's the thing. We haven't seen Wes Watson because he talks a lot, right, about beating people up, meet me at the gym, but we haven't seen him on a one-on-one. We've seen what he does when he's with his friends, and he's got his friends to back him up, but we haven't seen him square up. To be fair, he does say he doesn't fight, right, which is weird. He antagonizes people to fight, he offers people to fight, but then when they fight, he doesn't want to fight. He wants his friends to jump in and rush them. Weird.
Rob. At the end of the day, I honestly think Rob would beat the dog shit out of him. I think he would dog walk Wes Watson because, like, remedial Rob, he's got that dumb gum energy. Yeah, like he's just gonna crash out, bro. Like he don't care, bro.
And I think not even that. I think that Rob guy, he looks like Wes Watson pretends to be what that Rob guy's about. I think that Rob guy has lived that life that Wes Watson pretends that he's lived. You know? So for sure, that guy's probably got way more experience in fighting, probably better at fighting, all that malarkey. So I don't think we'll end well for Thingy. I don't think we'll end well for what's his face at all. Wes Watson, if they did have a fight.
He gonna mollywop your shit. So then they had this argument, and yeah, I'll just let you watch because it's just crazy. And my apologies for the audio. Can't do nothing about it. You know, in Brickell, Miami, they just rev up the Lamborghini for no reason.
That's not fucking respectful. It's been doing the whole fucking time, motherfucker. Start put that shit. Put some 2-year-old kid and fucking with Nick in the fucking camera. Take that shit somewhere else. What the fuck? I swear to God, I'll fucking come to your house. Right, I'll fucking put shit out your ass. Did you motherfucker? It's not on him. Your little ass. I will fuck your ass up so fucking bad, dude. I'll meet you at your house. Want to meet you up front? Your shit up so bad you can never fucking be for. I'll fucking beat the fuck out your ass. I'll show you who the fuck you are, motherfucker. Man, don't. What? You want a problem? You think it's right to do that in front of the shit we're doing right here? I'm not.
He keeps saying two things at once. He's saying two things at once. He keeps saying, what? You have a problem? You have a problem? You want to fight? And then he also says, do you think that's right? Do you think that's cool? Like, it's almost like he's offering the guy a ready-made option for him to bring the temperature down without him having to bring the temperature down, right? So he doesn't sound pussy. He's offering him to fight. Like, hey, let's fight. Let's go around there. Let's go around the front. But then he's also following up by saying, do you think that was cool what you did? Coming in the shot, doing all that, messing up the stream. So he's basically offering the guy an option to try and, you know, help him get out of fighting, which is hilarious, really. Because he's the one that started it by being rude in the first place.
I'll meet you at your pad. Let's go. I'll meet you over there. Take you over a bit. I'll meet you out front. We'll meet you over there. Let's go.
I don't even know what the fuck's happening.
You want some? Let's go. Meet me over there.
I don't know if I'm gonna get my steak bites though.
What you want? I ain't that dude, fool. I'll fuck your shit up so bad I'll terrorize you, fool. You want it? You think you can fuck with me? Okay, let's meet over there. Let's meet over there.
A lot of men holding your ground.
Dude, you're so fucking slow, I'll beat the shit out of you. Let's go, let's meet over there. Let's go. I'm gonna show him who he is. Let's go. We're gonna drive over there. We're gonna drive over there. Meet us over there. Take it over, motherfucker. I'll meet you over your back. I'll beat the shit out your ass right in front of your house. Let's go. Straight up.
So Wes Watson, right? He's used to running his book out. That's all he used. He used his mouth in prison to stay alive, and now he's doing it still in Brickell, Miami. I mean, Rob put out the challenge. He said, let's fight here right now, one-on-one. But then Wes, because he's a diva, he has to run his mouth for 1 minute straight about how tough of a man he is, how he'll absolutely ruin Rob's life, calling him slow and all of these things like that, right? I mean, if you want to be about it, right? You want to say that you're a super violent man, then just step up and be that man, right? I mean, you're the one that claims, oh yeah, man, I'll destroy UFC fighters, but all you do is just talk shit for 1 minute straight while he just stays in your face. Like, this is the biggest lame cornball shit ever. I mean, Rob put out the challenge 1v1. I mean, you're not gonna go to his house because guess what? He's probably gonna like have 1 million alpha crew people and they're just gonna jump Rob silly. It's just so dumb. All this is so dumb. This is like the biggest brain rot I've ever seen. But guess what? what? Wes Watson had his little calm down because he was shaking. He was shaking and had this to say to Jack Doherty.
Shaking, really?
Where you rolling?
Wherever you want, man. But we don't gotta do anything now. We can run it back another night, whatever works. No, I know. No worries.
You guys, what the f does everyone always have to cause like stupid problems for? There's no point to that shit.
You hold your ground.
He was scared. He was fucking scared.
I didn't want to get in the middle of it, and then I don't want to get in the middle of it though, and then Wes stand up, and I was like, all right, bet. As long as, I know Wes got me, He ain't gonna let anything happen to me. I didn't get anything.
What's happening now?
I feel like Brick Hill, Miami is like a modern day dystopia. It's just a bunch of alfalfa people walking around in super colorful cars and constantly peacocking, walking.
Is it fun though? People that live there in Miami, is this stuff fun? Just to kind of observe, maybe even to take part. Is it fun to kind of be around here and see all these like super yoked, ripped up steroid dudes in their Bentleys and their Lambos and shit with their 27 Richard Milles and Patek Philippe's and shit? Is it fun to see this and to see the women that they kind of attract or the guys they attract, whatever? The restaurants with the super loud music. Is it fun? It must be somewhat fun, no? Just to kind of see, like you're watching animals in a zoo, for lack of a better fucking comparison. But I wonder if living there day to day must be fucking mind-numbingly just annoying. Living there, like seeing all this stuff day to day, like obviously it's not the whole of Miami, but still, I wonder.
Around like they're jacked out of their mind, that they're Delta Force and they can take everybody down. I mean, these guys look so like anxiety ridden. They're just constantly scanning the whole crowd. Like, do they think like a hater is gonna troll them or something? It's just, this is all so goofy. And Wes Watson's like, oh, why is there gotta be problems, man? Why is it? You literally disrespected the guy, right? You crashed out on him. It's just so silly, bro. And this is, like I said in the last clip, like this shit is so silly. And I think that Wes Watson feels like he has no loyalty from his crew, his Chippendale bros, right? And he maybe caught wind of the former butler Clinton Cream Pied supporting John Bravo.
Johnny Bravo is not a current or previous client. I think you knew that though. And secondly, Johnny Bravo, I don't know how, whatever, does his videos at a very high level. They're filmed correctly, they're performed correctly. He has them edited well, whether he does them or not. And the topics are all very controversial and of interest to the public, his audience. So I don't think John needs my help. I don't think he needs anybody's help. I think he's been doing it for a long time and does it at a very high level, regardless of whether I watch that.
Wasn't this guy part of Johnny's crew? I'm sorry, of what's it called? Wes Watson's crew?
Type of content, which I really don't, because I don't really watch anything entertainment unless it's like a blockbuster movie. When it comes to YouTube, I mostly focus on education on the things that I'm trying to do. So I watch almost entirely all education videos on how to do what it is that I do, which is marketing, content creation, long and short form.
I never would have thought I'd see the day that Clinton would be endorsing John Bravo. I'm all for a redemption arc, and I feel like Clinton is just riding that to the highest point possible. I mean, yeah, I don't really know what else more I could say. That people who were once so loyal to Wes and his crew are now branching off, and they're openly endorsing people who just absolutely clown on him. I mean, I remember when Bubba Army and Clinton died, we're going back at it. We were clowning this lame, right? I mean, what's next? Is he going to be endorsing Bubba Army? Hey, if he does, you know what? I'll put him in a future video, right? Because I'm a guy that I try to judge like fairly, and I consider like what you've done in the past and I compare it to what you're doing now. And if you're doing the right thing, I'm not going to talk trash about you. I'm going to say that, hey, you redeemed yourself and you improved on your shortcomings, right? I'm not a guy that believes that you're locked into your past. Now, if you're like a Zuli, then you're an absolute fucking monster, or like you're like some insane guy like Josh Hare or whatever. There's just absolutely no redemption possible. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool to see Clinton die, try to be a better man. And if you enjoyed this video, if you made it this far,
yeah, big up Bubba. That was a good one. Fucking hell, bro. Wes Watson's always fighting. I wonder if there's gonna come a point. I know he's always with security, and they look like they're, they look like they're ready to go as well. They look like they're looking for an opportunity to like show Wes Watson just how strong and tough they are as well. That's the problem as well. When you're that type of guy and you have security, they sometimes as well, I feel like, go out of their way to prove how bad they are, to make sure that that they are, those type of people, and they want to impress you. So it's going to be a bit of a madness going forward. But yeah, I wonder if someone's actually going to ever end up touching, hitting, punching, whatever, that Wes Watson guy, or if he's just going to get away with doing what he does now, which is kind of a version. He does like an adult version of what Jack Doherty used to do, where he tried to antagonize people. Then when they tried to rush him or punch him, he'd hide behind security and get his security guards to beat down the kid. That, you know what I mean? So I wonder if Wes Watson will have the opportunity to do that, or if it would finally catch up with him and somebody will end up just like putting the beats in because he doesn't have the security to kind of deal with it in that moment. I wonder. I really do wonder. But big up Bubba, big up Wes Watson. We love to see it. You love to fucking see it. Let's move on. Let's do a bit of wings. There's a couple wings things I want to watch, right? Let's do this one. 12, 13, 14. I think this is probably to do with the fucking age of consent. I bet this is age of consent. I have a feeling this is to do with the age of consent.
Like, anybody that does that stupid 12, 13, 14 joke, just ban them.
12, 13, 14 joke.
How have I never played or finished Baldur's Gate 3? I never finished it because, one, I never could get anybody that actually wanted to play the game all the way through that was any good at the game, right? Like every time I played it with somebody else, it was like me dragging them through the game. And like I had to come up with all the strategies, and they weren't really into it or like follow the story or had like questions or talked about anything. It was just like, all right, you're here in body only. You said you would play Outlast 2. I did say that. And I just uninstalled it just like yesterday because I'm never gonna play this shit because I have no desire to play it. It's like I know in my head what it is.
Says he's gonna play something, then uninstalls it, doesn't play it, then wonders why he's not getting any donations. No, you gotta love Wings, isn't it? Right? Promises to play a game, installs it, doesn't play it, then when asked, he says he's just deleted it, and then he wonders why people don't donate, people troll, people hate him. It's like, God Almighty, bro. Just give yourself small wins if possible. Small wins.
It's a hide and seek simulator, like with a horror skin to it. Cause like I have trouble like getting engaged in those type of worlds. When you said you'll make a response to Ben Shapiro, what after he said about you, what did Ben Shapiro say about me? I'm almost certain Ben Shapiro don't know who the fuck I am. What did I have for dinner tonight? I had spicy beef ramen noodles, and that's it. And a Pepsi. What I want is I want a hot dog. I want like a really, really good hot dog.
Of course you do. Who just randomly thinks about having hot dogs? Honestly, man, that's probably one of the hardest things about being like his weight, innit? Your brain does really work that way. When you're like 400 pound plus, your brain probably is wired that way to just be sitting there just like desiring hot dogs out of the blue. I want hot dogs. I want ramen. I want mozzarella. I want fucking lasagna. I want tiramisu. You know what I mean? You just sit there just wanting stuff, and you can't help it because you're fat, so your body craves that stuff also, like legit. So it must be a pretty horrible existence. Obviously, you get the temporary delight of eating that stuff, and it's lovely. But all in all, it must be really, really annoying to live like that. I'm not gonna lie.
Covered in like chili and cheese with mustard and ketchup. I personally, like in my real life, don't wear belts at all. I find belts uncomfortable. Right?
You don't wear belts because they don't fit you properly. I don't wear belts because I find them uncomfortable. No, you also probably find belts uncomfortable because you're super fat. and they probably press against your stomach when you sit down or something. I could imagine. But it's hard to probably get. I don't know what waist size he said he was. I think he said he was like a 62 waist, right? Last time I think Wing said he was like a 62-inch waist. So I don't know. Can you buy a 62-inch plus belt from just off the rack in the store? I think you have to order them probably specifically, right, from a fat store or something. So it makes sense. It fucking makes sense.
When you get to be a land monster of my stature and size, you generally want to wear suspenders. They're much more comfortable. They've been
suspenders, just elastic, no? So hold on, wow? I just figured this out now. Is Wing so fat that even elasticated pants aren't good enough? Is that what he's trying to say? God bless him, man. I know he's an awful person, but fuck, imagine being so fat, even elasticated pants don't work. You have to get like suspenders, because I guess elasticated pants, you need the elastic in there to fit, right? And I'd imagine if you had to tie, you need like a roll. You need the length of elastic long enough to fit around that waist and expand as well, right? By the way, elastics need to have some give, and it might also be uncomfortable. So he has to literally wear pants that have no elastic, that could just be suspended on his shoulders, because that's easier than trying to get something tied around his waist. So he'd rather have it around his shoulders to keep his pants up than tied around. Jesus Christ.
With you well. They're very easy to find. He wants to debate me. Ben Shapiro don't want to debate me. I'm not a college student. See, like people like Ben Shapiro, they live off of like debating people that are not ready for them. Absolutely live off of it. So you get somebody that's passionate about something, and you put them in front of the microphone to embarrass them when they don't have every single thing. And you always want to ask for sources, like source. It's like, okay. When I do,
yeah, but a source is important though. You don't just spout. I like how Wings doesn't like debates, because debates you're required to know what you're talking about, and you're required to show evidence, to show sources for what you're saying. You can't just sit there and talk nonsense.
Live commentary, I tend to pace myself better. But when I do live commentary, there'll be like periods where I'm unsure of what to talk about, or I feel like what I'm talking about isn't fun enough, or doesn't warrant a fucking video on. It's like what am I making that somebody else can't fucking make, or somebody else hasn't already made? Right? That's the question I ask myself when I'm making a video. Like,
that's the wrong question to ask yourself, and you only ask yourself that question because it gives him an easy excuse not to try. You shouldn't be asking about what am I saying, no, not to saying. You should just make a video and just be happy that you're getting your point of view out. It shouldn't be about, oh, how original is this? That's just another hurdle he's put in front of himself to make sure he doesn't do anything.
How is this going to be different than something somebody else hasn't already put on the internet? And the answer to that is usually it isn't. Hey, did you hear that Hey Harvey got a job at a rent-a-center? Congratulations on Hey Harvey. Now he can stop having his furniture taken and start taking people's furniture. Places like Rent-A-Center are fucking scams anyway. Let's be real. I'm probably not playing Diablo 2. I'm probably just going to sit here and talk. That's what I really want to do, is sit here and talk. So this is what I've been working on recently. Like you see, like these are just gameplays I made, but like I have the recordings here done up at the Popper's Drop. So like this is like the idea of like protecting a little girl, or like an escort quest in here. And it's like, I feel like the game is moving too fast to properly like dictate or teach people how to play the game. Which like this one little section right here at the end made me feel like, oh, I'm a bad player. Like in my head, I'm like, oh, that right there is worthy of like taking the video down for. Like just that one section. Once I edit it down and I cut out all the side parts, it'll probably be like a 45-minute video. Like anybody that does that stupid 12, 13, 14 joke, just ban them. I don't care if they donate $100 when they do it, just ban them. That shit needs to die. People can see the headset dent.
Is that real? He actually has a headset dent.
People can see the.
Like, how often do you have to play video games, and how long do you have to have the headset on to actually have it have an indent on your head? Like, how does that even make sense? That is so bizarre, isn't it? You can literally see it right there. That's what the head, or has his head always been that shape? That is wild. That he's got a literal dent on his head from the headphone, from excessive, I guess, or prolonged headphone use.
Headset dent. I need to shave my head.
You need to fucking change your face, probably.
Kelly awake? Maybe in an hour. I don't know. They're fine. I wear a headset almost all day anyway. So like I forget I have headsets on. See, Active Ja Rule. Anyone here been calling the Biltmore warning of Wings of Arrival? That shit's shady. See, like that's some. Well, first off, you don't know what days I'm going. H-1B visa being 100K now. Mostly Indians losing their mind. I don't give a shit about that. How's your beard so gray so fast? It was just black. Like honestly.
Too much Wendy's.
My beard is the way it is from stress from back during my Twitch days. Like when I was doing.
I love how he holds his cat like a comfort thing, isn't it? But it's like a typical content creator thing when they're trying to get sympathy from the crowd. Let me hold my pet in my arms as I'm talking. God Almighty.
Twitch, I didn't know how long I would have work, and like I was always under the gun of like, I'm getting banned today, I'm getting banned today, I'm getting banned today, and it's like, oh. And one thing I hated about Twitch is I hated having members. Absolutely hated having them.
I bet because members made him work. Having members requires you to provide them with special content, right? Provide them with special bits of content, and I guess he didn't like that. I guess he did not like that.
And the reason I hated him is because I'd wake up every day and I'd see how many members I lost because people wouldn't renew. And I wanted to keep a certain number because I'm very number driven. And it made me miserable. Absolutely miserable. So like I wake up every day wondering if the day was the last day I'd get to stream and make money. And was I going to make my goals? Was I going to get the members back? And that's why when I first started doing YouTube, I was like, I'm not turning fucking memberships on. Fuck that, right? Big old don't care. Yeah, like I said, I completely know his first world problems. But like that's a whole different thing. I don't know. Like I feel like I'm such a terrible thing. Grayson, how old are you, Grayson? Well, I don't know Grayson's exact age or birthday. Dude, I'm overthinking. Like let me say that. Like you see this hair right here? Like a hair. Like if you get the right angle. See it right there? Like I've seen that hair like 6 times. I've not been doing my facial stuff in the shower. And like,
what face, brother, man? Like, no offense, my guy, but you know, you weren't blessed to be cute anyway. Let's just start there. You weren't really blessed with like, you know, cute genetics. But a big part of why you probably don't like the way your face looks is because you're really overweight, my guy. Like, he's tall as well. If he lost some lbs, he would actually look decent because of his height as well and his build. But he's so big and he's so inflamed. He's so full of bullshit food that it's obviously showing up in his skin. You know, he's not the most. You know, it doesn't seem like he goes out much, so there's not much of a tint or a tan going on there. So you're gonna look even worse. The skin's a bit pasty. There's rashes all over the place. You know, that you get when you're fat and stuff all over the place. He's probably, you know, sometimes as well, if you eat too much processed food, it usually, you know, shows in your skin, inflammation, color, all that malarkey. But it would be helped if he did try to alter his diet. It's never going to happen. But I love how he's talking about all the other things he didn't do, except for trying to lose weight, except for trying to live more healthily. You know, let's talk about all the other things, but let's just forget about that. It's like, come on, bro.
Like the edges of my nose have been getting rubbed. Like my hair needs to be cut.
Really? I mean,
so it's like, oh, like I shouldn't be on camera. I get a little stain on my shirt. Honestly,
why are you on camera then? And also that angle, the cat angle or the keyboard angle is awful because he's, you know, pointing upwards and you've got like a 5 chins is not great. It's actually admirable, to be fair, still that he gets on camera despite all of his, you know, stuff going on with his face and his body and shit. But like, god damn it, man. Give yourself a chance to love yourself. Give yourself a chance to love yourself.
I'm taking care of myself very well lately. Here's the thing. If Keem leaves live, it is what it is. It is what it is. Like, Life gives you lemons, you got to make lemonade. I'd like to think that I work well enough with people that that I can carry with anybody. I'm actually fucking terrible on my own. Like when I have people to work off of, that's when I'm actually my best. Can you send me some DoorDash? It's 3 o'clock in the morning, man. There's no DoorDash unless you're like doing like a gas station. What I usually do is I usually do 13 millimeters on this, and I'll like comb it out. 13 millimeters, and I'll shave like the cheeks, and then I'll edge up the bottom, and then I'll just no guard all this. It takes like 30 minutes. Just ain't got around to it lately. The TV behind me was like a mistake. Like honestly, it was just strictly a mistake. What happened to Fat Pikachu? He's drawing the floor over here. Pretty thin hair. I was like, shit, have you seen my hair? This is full growth. I got the fucking office.
He's getting all these questions. He's answering about his appearance. He's getting triggered in it. I think it's getting to him, and they're trolling him really well in the chat as well. They keep asking him these questions about everything. What's this on your face? What about your hair? What about your head? What about the dent? What about this? Oh yeah, Wings.
Worker shit going on. I remember when I used to have a mohawk. I used to do the like this right here. Used to just be a mohawk.
You know, look at the size of those forearms. God almighty, bro. Fucking hell. Look at the size of them. That's the size of most people's legs.
When I was younger, I rocked a mohawk well. I don't have a picture of me with a mohawk no more. Like, I used to be able to rock a fucking beard when I was younger. Let me see if I can find it back when I had fucking testosterone. Look at that sex machine right there.
He actually looks jihadi there, isn't it? Kind of jihadi wings.
That's old. There's Fat Pikachu in the background there too. I was offered $5,000 for like a blowjob scene by like some porn company. You guys want to see like some old skinny pictures of me? Look at this one.
Skinny. Less fat, you mean skinny?
That was 2019. 2019. There's a skinny picture, a skinnier picture of me. I was like 330 in these pictures. Stupid ass beard. I did that for the lulz. This is the stupid ass top hat I used to have. The cosmetic one. Like, this is one of the reasons I bought a Mustang right here, was to take my grandma to the doctors. See, my grandma always wanted a Mustang, and like I seen a chance to actually get one. This is for all the people that think that I'm like 5'11" or some shit. I'm almost always the tallest person in the photo. Mine and Kelly wedding photos. We got married during the height of COVID-19, so I was like, let's do COVID-19 photos. There's my day one right there. Miss you, Rocco. Here's us going to London.
Jesus Christ, he is a fucking unit, innit? An absolute unit. God almighty, Wings. Like, there's no going back. Obviously, he's never gonna lose the weight or anything, but it's like, fuck, bro. Like, dial it back just a little bit, bro. Just a tiny bit.
Now I look like a proper land monster. Turn these lights down. We did a thing on Locale where like I had a bunch of Pepsis and shit poured on me. It's the most simple shit in the world, but people over there love that shit, and I don't know why. They just love having shit poured on your fucking head. So like,
because it's embarrassing and it's dehumanizing, and it's a point for them to ridicule you and laugh at you because you're on Locale Live and you're on Locale. That's why. Like, I don't know. Like, most people wouldn't do that for money because most people have self-respect. Most people have dignity. But yeah. Seeing him in like what is it, in like a rubber dinghy or something, or no, in like a blow up fucking thing, pool thing, whatever, and he's sitting there cross-legged getting fucking Diet Cokes poured on him, or Diet Pepsi or Pepsi. He's like, ay, please send the rapture.
I've got like a pool and shit behind me, and there was not enough room with the couch in the room, so I just pushed the couch up onto its side. I just haven't put it back down. Hell, the Pepsis are over here in a bag, like all the empty cans. And I haven't got rid of them yet because of Kelly's father collects cans, so we just give them to him.
Kelly's father collects cans. Is Kelly's father homeless? Big up Breaking Banquet, man. That was brilliant. Big up Breaking Banquet. That was fucking brilliant. Big up Breaking Banquet. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's 4 a.m. here in London. I'm about to roll. It's been 2 hours and 30 minutes, roughly. So I'm going to bounce. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back again tomorrow for day number 25. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you smash the like button before you leave. Subscribe to the channel. And also, if you want to, join me, become a member. We're trying to hit 500 members by the end of the 31 days. I've got a lot to go through at the moment. I'm on like what? 171 at the moment. I've got a lot. I've got very, very far to go to hit the 500 target. But let's see. You never know. You never fucking know. You never know. I could hit the 500 goal target by the end of the month. By the end of the 31 days, sorry. So let's see. If you want to do that, click the link in the description. There's a membership link in the description. Click that link. Become a member. Let's hit that target. If not, we're still going to hit the 31 days anyway. I'm 24 in. I'm not going to turn back now. We're going for it. But I appreciate all of you. Thank you for tuning in. Be well. Be safe. Hopefully you have a good start of the week. Happy Monday to you. Have a good start of the week. And I'll see you guys again later on today. But for now, take care, people. Have a good one. Peace.